we on?
And then I ate like a wolf.
We are live.
Hello!
What's up?
Welcome to Porcelain Peak Plays Resident Evil.
What's up, res heads?
Is that a thing?
Is that what we're going with here?
Alright, cool. What's up, res heads?
What's up, res heads, and welcome back to my stream.
Res head boys and girls.
Boils and ghouls?
We're hopefully going to finish this fucking game tonight. So.
Yeah. That's we are about to enter the lab, which is the final area in the game. Hopefully that is the end of that.
What's that? You've heard that before?
Yeah. that's why the title is what it is, which is hopefully we're finishing this time for real though this time.
Right, so just in case you don't know, we are Porcelain Peak, Strange and Scary Podcast. I'm Tone, this is John, and we got Anthony. And we're doing this because we watched all 6 of these fucking movies and thought it would be a good tie-in. Now we have since finished the movies and still have not finished the first game.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Gotta say,
It's a little background.
much better pacing in that first movie than compared to the 20 hours we spent on this game already.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But I mean, in good news, we're only in the caution status right now, so I think we're just like almost barely not dead.
Yeah, that is good news. I know your name, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen your birth certificate. It says JB Sharks fan.
It does indeed.
Yeah. But it also said female, so I'm very curious.
It also said gay for some reason.
Like they just do.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so if you are a fan of the show, we're on a break. Officially 2 days ago, I guess, right?
It means we can see other podcasts.
And I have recommendations while you're not listening to Porcelain Peak, because I'm assuming you're all caught up on every single episode. This is important. I think it's hilarious. The 4 dudes from Workaholics.
I would also say check out our fellow podcast, friend of the show, and also fellow Twitch streamers over at Homies of Horror. That would be a good recommendation to pick up. They are a ton of fun.
Yeah, if you want to help people that aren't famous, John. that definitely don't need it yet.
Yeah, and while we're talking about podcasts that really need a boost, I would recommend the Joe Rogan Experience.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus needs a boost too. He's on the fight right now.
I mean, I think Joe just needs a little bit more money so he can buy a little more horse dewormer to get rid of that pesky case of the COVID. Yeah, he got COVID, and then he took the horse paste. Well, I'm sure he took a human version of it.
What is horse paste? Is
So-
this a thing? I don't.
so it's
Remember,
ivory.
what was the last stream we were talking about? Horse gump.
Yeah, it's called ivermectin. It's a dewormer that's used in horses, and apparently the right wing seem to think that they need to use that to help them cure themselves of COVID.
That's super cool, I guess.
What would make you more inclined to put something like that in your body than
A vaccine. Your guess.
Because you
is
know
as
what's
good
in
as
that horse and paste.
It's
Who knows what's in it? What the fuck is
literally
the
just a
vaccine?
jar where it's the ingredients: horse paste.
Well, I guess that would be kind of redundant, right? Because isn't glue made out of horses?
That's what we said when we were talking
I'll
about
take that knife.
horse
back.
gump
Oh,
on
did
that
we?
episode. Yeah, I said that's what they call glue before it's glue. Is horse? I need some more of that horse gump.
I have no recollection of this
I just
conversation.
went through and
I often try to forget the things I say on here.
I just went through and uploaded a couple of the streams today to YouTube. So I was scrubbing through them for funny bits, trying to find a title. You know.
Speaking of, did we throw up on IG today that we were doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few hours ago.
Nice.
And you didn't see it,
I did not.
which means you got to be on there more.
On Instagram? I deleted it.
The exact opposite.
I did. Yeah, I needed a break.
Doing a September starve.
Oh, fuck. I forgot that I used to do that. No, probably not.
So he's dead.
How can you tell?
Luckily, we're right here next to the entrance. I'm gonna get some kerosene. I'm gonna light that bitch up.
Nice.
I don't know how often we're gonna have to come back to this spot, but let's keep it clean and crispy.
Okay.
Yeah, we will be running without our lovely guide Steven this evening.
He told you that he wasn't coming already?
He is going to see Candyman. So
Candyman.
yeah, good on him for enjoying some excellent cinema.
I mean, if I had a pick between the two. I don't know.
Yeah, without him, it's probably gonna take us another few streams to finish this this last part of the game.
No, we're doing fine. See? Why are we lighting him on fire?
So
he doesn't
we
come
burned
back.
him to prevent him coming back.
Have you not been playing this game for the last 20 hours?
Have we done that? A
Yes,
lot?
we. I'd say maybe 4 or 5 times. We've saved a lot of kerosene along the way by not doing it.
But then we've had to fight those guys when they come back and they go,
Yeah. But I have a feeling that we'll probably end up coming back to this spot quite a bit.
oh, good thing you still have your crank
Yep, still got that crank, baby.
for crank time.
Crank time in Chef Alley. So anyway, how was your day, boys?
Super fine.
Super fine. Super
Yeah.
mid.
I had my partner DoorDash me food because I'm super lazy. While I sat on the couch and watched Ted Lasso basically all day.
I've heard a lot of good things about Ted Lasso. And I know you've been sending some clips
I was
today.
gonna say mostly from you, who's just been sending clips of funny stuff from Ted Lasso. So.
Yeah. Well,
But-
that was just stuff I thought you guys would specifically
Weird
send.
coincidence though, because my dad actually texted me last night when we got out of Shang-Chi, and was like, "Hey, have you seen the show Ted Lasso?" And I was like, "No, but I've heard it's funny."
Yeah. It's pretty funny. It's not like. Whoa.
I won't go off of any TV recommendations that aren't like, you gotta fucking watch this. Like, so when you're like, you should maybe check it out. It's all right. I'm like, nope, never gonna grace my eyeballs.
Never gonna get it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Yeah. And then after that, I came over here and hung out with your wife
Yeah.
on your couch and watched TV. So
Have some quality cuddle time in.
a little bit, yeah. She tickled my foot and my fancy. So
And my fanny.
no, I don't have one of those.
No.
I don't have a British fanny. I have an American fanny. Right?
America.
Fanny in England means your vagina.
Your virgina.
No, he was right.
Okay.
Whatever, dude. I got hella balls.
Also should
1, 2,
probably
3, 4.
reach this
They're all there.
gun mag here.
Gang's all here. What about you, Twan?
How was my day?
Yeah.
It was none yet.
Okay. Fucking cool. Great conversation.
No, it was good.
Just, I think you should do that the whole time. Every time anyone presents like a question that we can kind of have dialogue with, just cut it off
Just like, yeah, Nunya.
immediately.
No. How about now? No comment.
What kind of cereal do you like? Wet.
Oh, I heard an interesting argument today. Do you believe that cereal is a soup?
No.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. If you want to have an argument, let's talk about hot dog sandwiches.
I mean, it's the same vein.
No, it's not. Soup is hot.
Not necessarily.
Tell me a cold soup.
Borscht.
The fuck is that? You're gonna want to go off the Russians?
Cucumber.
Huh?
Cucumber soup.
That's not a thing.
It's served ice cold.
No. Only if you put vinegar in it, then it's pickle soup.
It's locked electronically.
So what Wikipedia classifies as a soup is primarily liquid food, generally served warm or hot, generally, which I think is the important part, which is, yes, there are exceptions, but the general consensus
But
on soup.
General
liquid
consensus.
food.
According
You
to
said,
Wikipedia.
right?
Liquid food, generally
Yeah.
served
See,
warm
cereal's
or
not
hot,
liquid food.
Wait.
that is made by combining ingredients of meat or vegetables with stock, milk, or water. Generally characterized by boiling solid ingredients and liquids in a pot until flavors are extracted.
Yeah.
So
No.
none of the steps that it seems to be involved in making a soup are things that cereal does. So
Absolutely.
I think it's
I
a,
100%
I think it's a
agree.
flaccid argument.
What's
I
the
would-
definition of cereal, though? So Jeff, are you insinuating here that maybe soup is cereal and not cereal is soup?
Well, and plus there are different ways to eat like cereal itself. So are you saying is cereal in milk soup? Because some people eat cereal without milk.
Sociopaths.
Yeah, but I mean they exist. See, if you even look up the definition of cereal, it's just a traditional breakfast food made from processed grains, traditionally eaten as part of breakfast.
I 1000% agree with all of this argument.
Who did you have it? Is this a work thing?
It was a coworker, yes.
Did you tell them they were an idiot?
I did. I don't have anything here to protect myself.
Yeah. I think there's more of an argument for a hot dog with a sandwich than cereal and soup.
What classifies a sandwich?
I don't know. Because if you think about it, the way it's kind of what you would get at Subway or Togo's or like a sub sandwich in general.
Well, and I think it's a.
I'm having iced soup for dinner.
Is that just water?
Oh, which direction? Oh, I came from this way, which means that they might turn, but we've got the extra stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and burn these motherfuckers.
Yeah, and like how much stuff can you put on a hot dog before it stops being a hot dog and becomes a sandwich?
Well, I mean, I think the case could be made that it already is.
But like if somebody presented it to you.
I don't know. To me, I've had what I would call a hot dog sandwich, where I cut a hot dog
in half
and like butterfly it, and then put it on just regular sandwich bread. To me, that's a hot dog sandwich.
Yeah, we used to do that all the time as kids because we would have leftover hot dogs, but not enough buns.
That's a complaint you've had for years. Me over here got too much buns.
Yeah,
We need to meet in the middle. You can have some of mine, and I won't take what you don't have.
Are you asking me to touch butts with you?
Absolutely, yes.
You guys can back and forth forever.
1000%.
No. Thank you.
If you know what that means.
Huh?
You ever seen Requiem for a Dream?
You ever seen
Requiem for a Cream. Did you watch Shang-Chi last night? Shang-Chi?
Yeah, I did. Yes.
How?
We had a debacle at Galaxy again, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we had a fucking debacle, by
Yeah.
the way, at Galaxy, by the way.
So this guy goes in, and what?
You were pointing at me.
Oh, and they give him half information. Right? They're like, oh, the showing's in 3D. We can give you your money back. And
Yeah, so it was similar to the time before where they fucked up what it showed online versus what they had.
Yeah, we went. I mean, to add a little context, we went to go see Candyman as a group, and during that process, we purchased tickets. Those tickets said they were for a DFX showing, which for Galaxy means that it has Dolby Atmos and all the dope sound and shit. Basically, like miniature IMAX, which is really
Yeah,
tight.
it's like a bridge between a regular screen and an IMAX screen.
Yeah, I almost prefer it to IMAX. But either way, I digress. When we got there, we had been charged for those, but we were not in that type of a showing, and so we had to. We were given some extra tickets for the trouble, which wasn't a terrible thing. And the movie
Did they
was
also
still
give you
fine.
your money back?
No, they did not.
See, they gave us our money back and then let us go to the movie. So that was dope.
Yeah, which we didn't really fully realize, I think, until we were sitting. So yeah, basically we
But
show
at least
up.
you got passes, so it's kind of.
So we show up.
Come on, Joe, get out of there.
Yeah, they
Joe,
were
get
like,
out of there.
okay, go wait in this line to get your refund or whatever. So
Well,
I
so
wanted to
then-
wait for him to
Yeah.
figure out what he wanted to do. So first, originally, I felt like they fucking beelined it straight for me, and I got hella nervous because it was like the manager guy.
Yeah.
I walk in with a mask on, and immediately I start thinking like, okay,
and
what?
he's balding, so that makes you nervous too, right?
Yeah, because I can
Anything
see,
shiny makes him.
because I
very
can see my
nervous.
own terror reflected in his bald head, and
You make the Lord.
Well, he comes
very
straight for me,
nervous.
and instead of saying like, "Oh, hey, are you here to see Shang-Chi or something?" he comes up to me and he goes, "What are you here to see?"
Oh, like how?
Like to make
your
it,
job
and
is
I
customer service.
and I had come in and beeline
From
straight.
someone who knows all the people that work in the movie theater industry are fucking weirdos.
Well, we joked last night
You
that it
work
was
for
like
this.
I was like I don't think anybody here even knows where they are.
Yeah.
Like anybody who works here. But anyway, so I walked in and went straight toward the bathroom because I was gonna pee before
Yeah, absolutely.
you showed up. You know, typical. And I thought that he was gonna like confront me about like, oh, you trying to sneak into something or whatever. And I was like, I'm way the fuck back here. But anyway, so he's like, yeah, what movie are you going to see? And I said, oh, Shang-Chi. And he's like, how many of you? And at the time I said 3, I think. And I was like, but the other people aren't here. And he was like, then he finally tells me, oh, okay, well, we're only showing that one in 3D, so if you want to see it in 3D, you can, blah, blah, blah. So I tell him, we go back in, he comes up to the guy all, I'm gonna fucking fight you.
Because I'm bullshit. Anyway.
And the
but
guy immediately was
wasn't
just like,
even gonna
I told your friend already the
yeah,
information.
and I was like, okay, well, tell me.
Uh-oh. I didn't mean to go in that door, but we're all good.
So, anyway, I'm like, okay, right? He tells me the whole thing, like, it's in 3D, we'll give you money back and some passes. And I'm like, well, do you guys have other showings that aren't 3D? He's like, yeah. And I was like, then can we just fucking exchange them? And he was like, yeah, you can do that. And he was like, well, why did they tell me that? And I was like, yeah, because they're idiots. So I had to do that. They had no idea how to use an Apple Card to give me the refund.
Tight.
They're like, what is?
Yeah, so
expiration
we were
date?"
joking because I was talking shit about the people in front of us in line because they were taking fucking forever, and
they
then
were
we get and they were dweebs, and then the two of us get up there, and his card's
Absolute
getting
chads, right?
Yeah.
yeah, and his card's just getting like he's not going through. He's trying a different card. He's doing all this. The girl doesn't really know what she's doing with the system, and then the guy has to get manager approval, and the manager's like, yeah, just do it. Just do it.
It's like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? I was like, look, dude, I don't care. Just give me. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, and they're behind the counter, like, trying to solve. It really seemed like they had screwed up quite a few things in the theater because he was playing, like, a emergency containment back there. Like, okay, go, enhance.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Enhance.
algorithms.
Yeah. So, yeah. But we ended up getting tickets for 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we were like, hey, well, we'll go get some Taco Bell in the meantime, not realizing that Taco Bell doesn't exist anymore.
The one that's right there. Oh yeah, it's right. It is closed.
They closed that
Closed.
location.
It says temporarily though.
Yeah, so we walked all the way over there for nothing.
It was
So,
just a day.
It was just
absolutely brutal.
It was annoying.
it was just heartbreak. Left and right.
But yeah, we finally saw it, and we were both positive on it. Entertaining, but
HIV
was
positive.
not like nothing groundbreaking. It's not changing the game, but it was good. It was
Yeah.
a good movie.
It's not Shang changing anything.
It definitely does what I've always said of Marvel, and that is that they'll do a very good job of like taking like a subgenre that they'll throw in with like the Marvel formula to
Right.
make like a different type of movie. I mean, they've done that to varying degrees of success with other films, and I think that they
Yeah.
are quite good at that.
Yeah, it feels like a Marvel movie. It's their formula, which
Yeah.
is fine. There's nothing wrong with their formula. We've just seen it.
Yeah.
So although I enjoyed the movie and I was entertained, I wasn't blown away by like the general idea of it because it's
General idea of it.
Yeah, it is the same story that we've seen. But that being said, the fighting sequences are fucking off the hook.
Oh yeah.
Some of the score in the bus, I've still been thinking about. It was
Yeah.
all synthy.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be like the score for throughout the movie. It was very strange that they only used that kind of music in
Like some
the
sort of
fight.
doctor.
You said strange.
I
fight doctor.
get it. Multiverse of Madness.
But then they also kind of used what I guess would be like more traditional, like cultural music in the score.
Mhm.
I thought that was cool too.
Yeah.
They did a lot with that. We didn't talk about it, but that wood carving. I was telling Ashley and Brittany about it when she's like telling them the story of creatures.
Oh, yeah.
so-
Dude, that's
good.
fucking tight.
Very good production design.
Yeah, Ash went with me last night. We went with Entertainment Vortex so we could record a review for it. That will be live on TikTok at some point in time, which is
These
tight.
people don't give a Maybe they do. I don't know.
They want to see more me, baby. Me.
Oh, yeah. Because you're who they come for.
Yeah. That's who they come for, you know.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I come for.
Hey, guys.
That's my wife right there.
Let's hope.
And that's fucking gross.
Oh, and
I'm
all of
gonna
our
leave.
viewers dropped out.
No, we got another. Who is it?
I don't know. The pre-roll. Go down 2 things.
the
There you
peoples.
go.
Man, do you even know how to Twitch?
You know how to Twitch? Hi, people.
What's up, new peeps?
But yeah,
I read an interesting article though today that had kind of been something that I was thinking about after getting out of that movie last night.
It is with it.
And I mentioned it briefly to you when you were telling me your thoughts on the movie, which is that Marvel kind of has themselves stuck in this like beast of their own creation, and the pandemic is really fucking with it, or has really fucked with it, because they have a very, very not only do they have a certain number of movies that they want to get out, but they also have to be out in a certain order, and now there's television shows that are being released at the same time. So with all the pushbacks of dates, they're having to try to get these movies out like back to back to back, and get them out in the right order, so that the things that happen in these movies that connect them to the next movies all make sense to viewers. So people were saying like, oh, that's probably why we didn't see a Spider-Man trailer until Loki finished, because then everybody would see what happened in Loki with the multiverse, and then that would connect to the stuff with Spider-Man, and then that because of that, they're saying that Shang-Chi suffered because it doesn't feel as consequential in the grand scheme of everything else that Marvel is doing right now, similar to Black Widow, which also, for a lot of reasons, didn't feel consequential in the grand scheme.
That one really wasn't.
Yeah, but it's
at
like...
least this is a character that's going to go in further. She's already dead.
Yeah, so it's like they're having to kind of get all of these projects out really, really quick back to back, and they're not all... I feel like if they had more time spaced out, and they were able to kind of plan it out a little bit better, it would work out. It seems kind of strange in a Phase 4 to be doing an entire like Black Widow and Shang-Chi devoted movie that don't tie into this larger multiverse thing that they're doing. It feels like kind of a tapping the brakes right before getting in.
Shang-Chi does, though.
I think that Shang-Chi does as well. I mean, I think just the presence of Wong alone, which was the trailer.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could, yeah. The 10 Rings, I guess,
But
could be...
100% nothing with Black Widow, except that we're going to get a new Black Widow.
Yeah. Not a spoiler because it was in the trailer, but what did you guys think of Abomination showing up?
What's with the gills?
Oh,
That's how
is that who that was supposed to be?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even think
I don't
about
remember
that.
him having gills in Incredible.
He's looked like that in the comics. That's how he looks. And in the...
But that's not the Tim Roth version.
Well, I mean, apparently he did the voice, which is
Oh,
like...
really?
Yeah, apparently he came back, and the reason behind that is because he's going to be in the She-Hulk show that's coming up.
Ooh, yeah,
As Abomination.
I'm cool with this.
It's cool that they're not just... I mean, I know it's kind of like their bastard child. But they're not just disregarding it.
Yeah, and so I like that they kind of redesigned him a little bit, because it reminds me of what they did with the Hulk when he switched over to Mark Ruffalo, where they redesigned him to be a bit more comic accurate and realistic.
And look like Ruffalo. Like, it looks like him.
Which was something that I was also a little bit confused about. I don't know how much we want to talk about spoilery things on a stream.
Say maybe we dial it back just to make sure that we're not jumping into too much, but we can talk about that off stream. I mean, and obviously we'll likely have a conversation about those things in the show in some variety, whether it goes to...
We get it, John. No spoilers. No spoilers.
But just so I know what you're thinking.
Talking about
Because
this? This right here? Yeah, that definitely. Sea jerk.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A certain appearance from a certain character who
Yes.
did not appear in that same capacity the last time we saw them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was implied that they were unable to return in this capacity.
I see.
He gets really excited about it.
How do you know?
Just my educated guess.
Yeah, it's like parental instincts.
Yeah. Sit. Wait.
What trailers did you get before your movie?
Didn't get any. So I was waiting to get to my story.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So we
Anyway.
we went to a different theater, and at that theater, they showed the movie 20 minutes late, and because they were so late, they just didn't do anything else. They were just like, all right, straight into the movie.
So, I mean, they showed it on time.
Basically, yeah. So, but they didn't do any trailers. The house lights were still on.
You guys were just awkwardly sitting for 20 minutes.
Pretty
Dude,
much.
I've had it happen. I was super baked one time, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's the worst, because then you don't know how long it's been that you've been sitting there doing that. You're like, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 20 years that I've been sitting here waiting for this
freaking
movie to start. Yeah.
It was when I went and saw, I think, the second time I went and saw the night before.
Two things that I got heavy vibes of in Shang-Chi was Avatar: The Last Airbender, with all the
Yeah, I
airbending.
mean, I think that probably
Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Because
more.
Raya's like that a lot too. That
Yeah.
other Disney.
And then and similar inspirations for culturally, so it makes sense. And
Right.
then also Dragon Ball Z, especially toward the end when they're like flying
Which
around
even
and
says
shit.
fucking Kamehameha.
Which I was happy that they at least addressed it, because toward the end there I was like, this turned into a Dragon Ball Z movie. And even Stuckman in his review was like, okay, you would never think that you would hear this out of my mouth after Dragon Ball Evolution, but I could see them making a Dragon Ball Z movie in this
That
style.
would be dope.
Yeah, that would be cool. And I'm like, or you just don't. Stop making things that don't need to be live action.
I was thinking about that today, and I hell want like a live action Cars.
So, Fast and the Furious.
No, I still don't want people. I still want it to be like just. I want Owen to do the voice, but I want like real scenery and real cars.
What if they do like, how for the Hulk they do like the mocap of Mark Ruffalo's face? What if they try to somehow merge Owen Wilson's mocapped face onto the front of the car?
It's just like wow, wow, absolute wow.
Researcher's letter. June 8th, 1998. My dearest Ada, by the time you read this letter, I will no longer be the person you once knew. The results of my test came out today, and as I suspected, I've got COVID-19.
COVID-19!
Dude, Resident Evil predicted it! It came out positive. I feel like I'm teetering on the edge of reason, just thinking about my impending doom. I would give anything not to have to become one of them. Racist. As far as I know, you are not infected. I sincerely hope things do not reach such a desperate pass, but if it has turned out that you are now the last person remaining alive, I want you to get the material from the visual data room. Then, activate the self-destruct system in the power room and escape from here. Please do everything in your power to make sure this whole accident public. If everything is still running normally, you should be able to release all the locks using the security system. I've set up the terminal in the small security room so that you can log into the system using my name and your name as the password. You'll need another password to release the lock of the door in the basement level 2 where the visual data room is located. As a safety measure, I have coded the password in an X-ray picture of Roentgenogram,
John.
there we go.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I know you, and I'm sure you will be able to work it out without any trouble. There is just one more thing, and it is my last request. I hope you never have to lay eyes on me in this state. But if you do happen to run into me in my hideous form, I beg you to put me out of my misery. I hope you understand. Thank you, Ada. Yours truly, John. It was me all along.
I was the Resident Evil.
I fucking farted.
It's funny, all of these people are like, okay, so I'm about to turn into a zombie, better write a long, drawn-out diary entry right before I transform, full of cryptic clues. That one was pretty straightforward, though. It was like, yeah, go here, blow this shit up.
Yeah,
Kill me if you see me.
Yeah, for sure. And we're probably going to see that guy, and he's probably going to be messed up. So I think we've got... Oh, wait, let's see. Does this unlock something? Hell yeah, brother.
I think it's funny in these games, because they do the same thing in Pokemon games, and I don't know how much of that is, like, unless you can think of, like, an American game equivalent, where every time you go up to an object and you look at it, it has to tell you at first what the object you're looking at is, where it's like, it's a switch, and it's like, I can fucking see that.
Yeah.
It could be also that maybe it's because these games used to look like shit, so it would be like maybe you couldn't tell that that's what that was supposed to be.
I feel you on that. Okay, huh.
So I watched a video on sword swallowers the other night.
Oh, wait, that's funny because I watched a video on swallowers the other day. Semen though.
And John watched one on swords.
Yeah. Got it all covered. All checks out.
Yeah, no, I guess I kind of knew this, but they're legit, and people fucking die doing it because they'll like accidentally.
He's very scared.
Who?
Kevin.
Why?
There's kids running,
Oh.
and it took the shit out of him. You're okay.
Carlos, what's up?
Who?
Carlos.
Oh.
See, in the sword swallowing video, is talking about how you're supposed to, how you line
Were
up.
they meat swords or like metal?
Well, see, that's what I was getting to. Is that you? I'm sure we're looking for the same sort of tips, so I'm here to share them with you.
Yeah.
But instead of swords, you're swallowing
Cocks.
cocks. Yeah, loads.
Oh yeah. That,
Yeah, it's all
whatever, the whole
about
thing.
it's all about lining your head and your neck up so that your esophagus and everything, and then you contort your body slightly. But sword swallowers know where every organ in their they know inherently, intrinsically where every organ in their body is from practice or whatever. So they know they'll have to snake around certain organs, sometimes
How do
right
you
next to
snake?
their heart. They like adjust the sword as they're going,
Oh.
and they can like poke organs inside and go like, oh yeah, that's my spleen. Gotta move around
Is it
that.
sharp? And like, are the edges sharp? So it's
They're-
probably all dull.
It's a dulled sword, but you can still fucking.
Well,
Yeah, you can if you go in with enough veracity.
That's wild. So let me ask you this: why?
Entertainment.
You were just like, no. Why did you?
Why did I look it up?
Yeah. What sparked? Like, was there a chain where you were like,
I'm trying to remember.
you watched the porn, you're like, damn, she deep throated that shit. Oh, you know what? People also swallow swords. Let me look that up. Like, what was your?
You're very, very much trying to draw this all back to something sexual, but
No. I'm just trying to figure out your train of thought here.
my train of thought is I just watch a lot of random shit on YouTube, and it was probably just some random video that popped up, and I said, that's something I feel like learning about.
Yeah.
That's where most of my random information comes from, is if somebody will have a video about dragonflies. I watched a really cool video about dragonflies last night.
Not moths though, huh?
I mean, if I found a cool moth video, I would watch it. Actually, I did see a video about a moth last night. That's so funny you bring that up.
Did you?
Yeah, I was talking about how Luna moths don't have mouths or digestive systems. They literally exist to live for a day and fucking die.
Oh, that's brutal.
And so they're just caught in a constant, repetitive cycle of fucking to have babies who can then hatch to just fucking die. And it just goes on forever.
But they don't do anything.
As
They haven't
caterpillars,
done
they
something
eat to
at-
like turn into moths, but
So
beyond
weird.
that, yeah, they just fucking die.
Just fucking die. Yeah, that's what we do though.
But dragonflies are like the number one predator, like in nature, with their success rate.
Dragonflies?
Mm-hmm. They have a 95% kill rate, like success rate with kills, compared to most other animals on the planet, which have somewhere between like 25 and 30%. And then there's like one breed of African wild dogs that has like a 65% success rate on their kills, but dragonflies have like a 95%
That's crazy.
success rate. And it was talking about all the reasons. They, one, are old as shit.
What do they eat? What are they hunting?
They eat anything that is the size of their head or smaller. So moths, flies, bees,
Okay.
sometimes other dragonflies, because they're hardcore like that. But they,
Uh-oh.
oh shit, we gotta use his name and our name, right? So what was his name?
Oh. What?
Thanks for the follow, Jeff.
Thank you.
If that is your real name.
I don't. What's the login and the password?
He said it was his name and our
Oh,
name.
okay. So let's do John.
And then Ada, right?
Yeah.
As the password. You know,
That's
how to
wild,
spell, you know how to spell John? You need help?
Because your name is John.
I think I got it under control.
Okay.
Sometimes when I forget how to spell my name, I just spell his name, and then I'm like, oh,
I got
fucking
there.
got
I
it.
figured it. I got there.
I can't remember mine. How does
Access
Anthony
denied.
spell
Oh,
his?
verified.
woo! I did something.
I
And,
did it.
yeah,
I don't
What?
like that. Try it to enter password. It's not Anthony.
ASS, like Red in Arcade.
Like that's your initials.
Okay, so that one's not right. So let's try bottom floor. See if we have the proper accesses to do that. Okay.
You do.
So all the doors on the bottom floor are unlocked.
Hey, yeah. Oh, good to see you too, Carlos.
Oh, but more on my lesson on dragonflies. They're one of the only. They're like the only flying insect species that has dedicated muscles for each wing. instead of having just a muscle inside that makes their wings flap.
Yeah.
So they're able to individually control each of their wings, like tilting them like this. So they're able to do like insane
One of these has to
hovering
jump scare.
maneuvers.
Yeah. There's something glowing on me.
Yeah.
They also have 360 vision with their big ass eyes.
They can see behind them.
And their brains are and eyes and wings are all like hardwired together, so they basically have like spider sense, like Spider-Man spider sense, where they're able to tell, instead of hunting prey by seeing where it is and like chasing after it, they're able to predict where it's gonna go and fly to that spot instead and intercept it.
That's nuts.
So they're crazy, man.
That's hella crazy.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sure that's what you came here for, but I find nature fascinating.
If you've never seen a video of a praying mantis eating a hummingbird, watch that, because that shit's wild.
Can you pass me that lumbar pillow there? Grazie.
Your back hurting?
That's much better.
Yeah. For
Hummingbirds.
being on your knee so much?
Yeah, for sure.
Hummingbirds
That's
are one of
why
the
the sword's
only
heavy.
other animals that can fly backwards besides a dragonfly.
Didn't know that.
VACT researchers note. There's now evidence that when the host loses consciousness, the body goes into a dormant state.
During this time, the virus becomes active and rapidly transforms and reconstructs the basic composition of the body. The host eventually mutated into a humanoid creature. Parenthesis, we call them V-ACTS parenthesis.
Its speed and amazing muscular development
Are particularly noteworthy after transformation. It becomes more agile and aggressive.
Stop.
Already 4 of our researchers have died from trying to feed it, turning the place into an instant bloodbath.
Parentheses.
Ever since this tragic and barbaric accident, we have decided to call its kind Crimson Heads, in quotations, supposedly, allegedly. That dangerous and precious prototype specimen can't be left there. We have to figure out a way to deal with it. Termination is definitely not an option.
I've been killing them crimsons all day.
Finally decided to freeze the specimen and confine the body inside the basement of the backyard cemetery.
Hell yeah, brother.
Is that where we're going?
Let me try this one again.
To the basement?
We finally decided. Oh, yeah.
I saw this TikTok the other day where this guy was like,
Did Mickey Mouse try to get the popcorn?
no.
Oh.
Where he was like, life hack, when you buy pizza, buy 1 large pizza and 1 medium pizza. That way when you're done, you can hide the medium pizza inside the big pizza and none of your neighbors will know how much pizza you eat, you fat piece of shit.
That'd be pretty clever if I fucking cared.
Who I've never watched my neighbors look how much they're throwing out.
I've judged my neighbors for what they're throwing out, because sometimes people just throw out the craziest shit, like furniture in the dumpster.
I've never noticed. What?
It's locked.
I understand this, but I just
That one's also
unlocked
locked.
a ton of things. What's going? Oh, you know what?
You gotta crank something?
Is there another staircase over here?
Oh, you gotta crank that Soldier Boy.
You. Boom, boom.
Do you know he's claiming now that he is the new CEO of Atari?
That sounds like the most Soldier Boy fucking thing I've
Is he a
ever heard in
weirdo?
my entire fucking life. Soldier Boy? Soldier Boy got into selling video game consoles that were designed by him and his team. Essentially, they're just like cheap Chinese knockoffs that were bought off of things like Alibaba or off of Wish that were drop shipped to customers that are basically just emulation machines, just cheap emulation machines. And he got into a whole bunch of trouble for it. And then now he's still claiming that he's making game consoles. And just every time he gets in trouble, he stops selling that one and sells a different one.
Yeah, and in a recent video, he was talking about how, he met with Atari and they made him the CEO, and then Atari came out with a statement that was like, no, this man, who is the real CEO, is very much still the CEO of our company, and blah, blah, blah.
Also, Atari exists still?
Apparently, yeah. That was my biggest shock about that whole thing. But yeah, it was like that Freedom Phone thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where they found out that the Freedom Phone was also just an Alibaba
Freedom Phone?
Chinese knockoff. There was this thing that a couple months ago where this Bitcoin billionaire, this 23-year-old kid or whatever, was coming out with...
Was he really a Bitcoin billionaire?
Yeah. coming out with the Freedom Phone, which was supposed to be a phone with like basically no oversight, and no censorship. So it allowed all the apps that like the Apple App Store had banned for like hate speech and stuff like that.
Ooh, there's somebody in this room. With me.
And basically the whole thing, it was supposed to be all about like your privacy, and they were supposed to have their own OS, and it was supposed to be a custom built phone and everything. And it turned out that the phone was like a Chinese knockoff. The OS was just running off of Android, just with skins on it, and that it was actually more susceptible to data breach than just having an iPhone.
You gotta kill that dude.
Yeah, I'm switching up the technique.
Technique.
Don't sweat it though. Oh, you thought you were gonna
It's all good.
sneak up
I'm
on
gonna stab him real quick.
Oh.
Now shrimp.
That piece of scroll.
Scroll.
Yeah, you don't see it?
Up a there.
You got it, dude. Oh, it's a
Facts. To Sanitation Division, attention, Manager of Sanitation, from Raccoon Disaster Contingency Committee.
What the fuck? Why is there not a space after that? That's so weird.
That's aggravating.
Contents of this fax are confidential and intended for the named addressee only. Any copying or disclosure of this contents of this fax to any third party is strictly forbidden by the sender.
Boring.
After reading the contents of this fax, it must be destroyed
Boring.
immediately, blah, blah, blah. We expect a significant increase in the damage done by the recent T-virus outbreak than initially estimated. There are several concerns. First concern, more than half of the researchers have been infected by the T-virus and died. They done dead. It has also been reported that almost all of the survivors of this accident are starting to show symptoms of T-virus infection. Second concern, our secret security patrol team has also been completely eradicated. Therefore, our most secret research is in danger of public disclosure. Quick actions are demanded to prevent mass media coverage. Third concern, there is a high possibility that most of the specimens are running loose inside the compound. We expect many casualties to fall.
Do you think that the results of this game will be that they stopped it completely?
Yes, 100%.
Like that Umbrella saw the error of their ways and decided to
Yeah.
never experiment on people again.
And then the virus was contained.
And also not to do it in other countries, and yeah.
Cool. I'm glad this is just like a single
The problem,
solitary game, like a one and done, you know?
the
Yeah.
problem is, they didn't stay dead.
Oh, I'm Alice.
However, yet unfortunate, these casualties underscore the success of our research results. Actions must be taken to prevent our research results from being made public. We find the first official intervention will come from the state police and stores. We strongly recommend taking measures against them first.
Well, that was a waste of time, huh?
Sure was, cowboy.
So they were trying to hide this shit from us.
Hey, listen, how come you guys didn't wear your Porcelain Peak shirts after you guys gave me shit about it last week?
Because we could never coordinate, so I gave up.
I had my Porcelain Peak hoodie on earlier today. I'm gonna go grab some Mo discs.
I thought we kind of got past that whole thing when we all got matching Porcelain Peak tattoos, so that we would always be wearing something
I am
Porcelain Peak.
currently-
Okay, but
Yep.
then why'd you bring it up last week?
Because when I feel like bitching about something,
Oh, okay, then it's real.
then it's
Okay.
real and it's right and it's valid. But then when you want to,
What he's saying is
So,
he wanted
when
to
you're in the
clown
right,
on
we're
it.
in the wrong, and when you're in the wrong, we're in the wrong.
I'm right, you're wrong. I'm big, you're small.
Okay. Holy in the pants, am I right? Oh, wait. Come here, Kevin. Ugh.
Can't triple tap a double tap.
I need a boy.
Ugh.
You remember when we got those tattoos and how weird that experience was?
Oh my god, I was so glad that you guys got the weird out of him and he was just silent for my tattoo.
Yeah, it was mostly you, Anthony, who had
Took
to
the
listen to
brunt of
him
his
talk
weird
about
shit.
fucking kids being sold on Wayfair.
That was fine. I don't like it. I wouldn't have liked sitting there. It's hell weird.
I think it depends. Like, if it's a person who I'm like, for you, you're friends with your tattoo artist, so like you guys can actually chat, which is the main difference. When I would get tattoos with my Ian, the other Ian, it was like that where we would just chat about stuff and like we got along. But most tattoos I've gotten, it's like I don't really have anything to talk. It's like going to get a haircut. It's like I don't know this person. I don't really have anything to say to him.
They're always like, so what do you do? And then I wanted to be like, well, yeah, what do you do? Like, I fucking cut hair. Like, oh, you're right. Carlos, as a former tattoo artist apprentice or whatever the fuck your title was, did you like when people would talk to you? What was that relationship like? Were you like, fuck?
Did you want to be making out with your customer while you were tattooing them? So you would feel especially close. Sometimes it feels like they're gonna make out with you when they're getting like all hell close and you feel a breath on you.
Or like, I mean, you know, you have a little experience on your forearms too, but like when you have to put your hand in a weird spot, it's like, I'm pretty sure I'm touching this dude's nuts.
Oh yeah.
He's like, here, grip these.
Yeah.
He'll pivot in the chair and you'll be like, I know you fucking did that on purpose.
Beep, beep, beep.
To get that fucking Hillshire Farms go meat.
Is this door here?
Yeah, I think you were here when I was telling John about it, but one of my coworkers, or maybe you weren't here, I don't know if you were here, also has a brand new tattoo that says "Fight Off Your Demons."
Oh,
And I was like, well, that's random.
that is random, but cool.
Yeah.
You guys should be best friends now.
Wow. I don't really like the friends I have, so I'm not really trying to.
Look, I'm trying to get rid of the ones I already have.
Yeah.
No thanks, bud. Damn.
Just kidding, John.
In Dexter's laboratory lives the smartest boy you've ever seen. But he blows his experiments
To what,
to
Kevin?
smithereens.
Up next, I think I'll be doing a reading. What else books you got? But yeah, let's do it. Let's do a stream where we read through the entire Living Dead by George A. Romero.
That sounds terrifying.
We'll do the ultimate zombie stream where it'll be like we'll be playing Resident Evil on the movies on a television in front of the camera while we're also streaming the game, playing Zombie on repeat by the Cranberries,
Okay.
and
And I'll do a reading of one
You
of the
do your
Resident Evil
reading.
books.
yeah,
That's genius.
Oh.
it's so crazy it just might work. Is that the thing you're supposed to blow this place up with?
No,
smithereens.
so I'm guessing that I'm supposed to use that. I'm going to have to take fuel and be very careful with it.
What kind of fuel is it? Would you say it's tackling or?
Tackling fuel?
John's Pikachu tattoo was the coolest I got to tattooing near. The closest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does have very low hanging nuts. It's weird. He kept pulling them out of his shorts and trying to get them in the way of your hand.
I think it was in these shorts.
I just sat and tried not to watch horror movies the whole time. Because it was in September.
Oh yeah, that sucks. I bet you used to do that. Why would you do that to yourself?
Because then when October comes, I'm fucking ready.
Yeah, but now there's
I'm
no point
still-
because we
yeah.
just do horror stuff all year.
I'm also just ready in September, too.
I'm ready now, yeah.
Yeah.
When's Black Mass coming out? What is it? Black Mass? Midnight Mass. What is it? It's a fucking
Midnight
show
Mass.
called.
Black Mass is the Johnny Depp movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one's hella good, though. Well, he's hella good in it. The movie's fine.
Midnight Mass comes out September 24th.
Guess I'm doing it.
Yeah, for me, Halloween season started 2 days ago.
You know what I haven't been to yet is the Spirit. And I know it's just September, but they've been open, and I'm like,
Yeah, I've been
what am I waiting
seeing.
for?
There's one in the parking lot of my work. I have
Yeah,
not been yet.
the old Dick's,
Yep.
and then right next to, I think, Play It Again Sports or FYE or whatever the fuck that little on McHenry.
So I'm pretty sure, because it was like, oh yeah, we need to do
I
these
think.
in alphabetical order for the initials. But I have a sneaking suspicion that it doesn't mean the names, because it's currently all in alphabetical order. I think that it means based on this drawing over here.
putting the parts of the body in order alphabetically.
Okay, so we got colon, esophagus, large intestine, liver, lungs, small intestine, stomach.
Wow. You're super good at that. It's almost like you have a degree in books. In alphabet. You guys speak ABC too.
So, that looks like that's going to be
That's the colon, bro.
colon, so that one should be
The
right where
glowing
it goes.
red? Yeah, that's colon.
Oh, I don't want to look at that one.
Colon.
That's
That is
esophagus.
esophagus,
That's where that goes.
That's spinal.
Spinal. Spinal from the book of I Broke My Back.
That's
Liver. It's your liver.
That's the liver, yeah.
Lungs.
Yeah, those are all in order too.
Okay. So what the problem is?
Beats the fuck out of me, dude.
So what are you hoping to achieve through this?
And it says that this is supposed to be the thing that unlocks the door upstairs.
How do you know it didn't?
Because I tried it, and it wasn't unlocked.
To use the keep going?
To use the electronic door, place the initials in alphabetical order.
Are you going by first name or last name on that alphabetical
Or
order?
They were-
going
they
by
were-
initials.
So no, if you look, their initials are, this person is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So either way, they're in order. So I'm not sure why it's not working, or if there's some shit I have to do to make them work. But either way, let's keep pressing forward.
Maybe because you don't understand the Japanese alphabet, you cultured swine.
So
What's up, baby?
So,
Alright, let's see. Got any other open doors down here?
did Scorsese really not win an Oscar until The Departed?
yeah.
Correct.
That's why a lot of people talk about how the Oscars will eventually do like a
Do right
makeup,
by
like a
someone.
do right, yeah, like a Dudley do right Oscar.
Like they did for
Don't
Leo.
say it, you fucking bitch. What do you mean? You
So,
don't think he deserved it?
I do think
I
he
think
not
got
for that
attacked
movie.
by a bear.
I do think that he did, like, that he put in an excellent performance in that movie. I just think that there were other movies in his career that were better and that were more deserving of the Oscar at the time.
I think that he should have gotten it for
Django.
Django.
H. Yep.
I think that Christoph Waltz's performance in that was just a little more accessible.
Did he win Best Actor?
Okay, neither of them were in the Best Actor category for that year. They were both supporting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if we lived in a world where Leo could have gotten nominated, but I mean, I guess he would have been supporting either way because of his role in that movie. The Aviator, he should have won for.
Isn't he hella good in that?
He's good, and it's a Scorsese joint.
There you go.
So it was colon, esophagus.
That's wild to me. I wonder what he lost out to, or had he not been nominated or what?
I mean, I think the point was like,
I figured out what the things were.
what was it? Was it the
was-
names together?
No, it wasn't the
Colon,
names. It was
esophagus.
yeah. It was C E L L.
LL? Like,
Cool, like some
Liz
cool.
Lemon?
I was thinking some cool James.
Nah.
He's like, no,
No. Ain't no party like a Liz Lemon party. Why, John?
because a Liz Lemon party is mandatory.
Yeah?
Is that Randy?
Randy?
Who's Randy?
Three of us who keep talking like that.
Yeah.
Dude, don't lie. and you leave it.
I left it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of
Brittany's on her. There. The girls are out.
If your ears are all exploding, it's because
Hey.
the dog's maxing out the.
Stop. Stop, buddy. It's okay. Come here. Come here. Tony's got you.
Oh, that's why he was barking. You like Randy?
Yeah. You gotta pet him. That's how you get him to stop.
a little less interested in me. Oh man.
Yeah, well.
What do you do about it?
Big babies.
Ooh, immediately we get a viewer as soon as Randy joins the chat.
Who is it?
It's probably Randy.
It's not me.
No, it's not Randy.
What's up, big dog? How are your tacos?
Alright, so I think we unlocked that door now.
Tight. Now we got all 4 porcelain.
Porcelain?
Yeah, porcelain peak boys.
The Porcelain Peak boys are at it again.
Yeah, you know how we do.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
All 4 past, present, and future porcelain peak hosts.
I'm like the deadbeat dad.
Hey, you don't know.
you left to go get cigarettes 20 years ago.
Dude,
20
I just had
episodes ago.
deja vu. Have we not done that?
No.
That's crazy. I'm freaking out. There's a glitch in the matrix.
You said past, present, and future, but how do you know one of us doesn't get swapped out for somebody else in the future?
I don't. But
How do we know that
one
the
of us
show
is
is-
gonna be part of it?
How do we know that the show isn't?
How do you know that
Me,
one of us wasn't
John.
swapped out in the past, and then your memory is just adjusted?
Okay, well my thing is actually plausible. Your thing is dumb.
Mandela, bro. Mandela.
My head do be kind of blown now. I think now that we got everything unlocked from the computer, I think I'm gonna do a nice classy save.
No, don't do a do a dirty ass save, dude.
Okay, I'll do a dirty save.
I
Yeah.
want one of those sloppy
And
saves.
it'll
Like-
embarrass you 5 years from
Like
Yeah.
Jason Momoa. It's like dirty, like a dirty save.
Let's refill this.
Are you just saying that Jason Momoa is a dirty man?
He looks dirty. He always plays like dirty. I'm like, dude, for being a guy that's always in the water in Aquaman, you look pretty fucking dirty. Did they not have soap in Atlantis or what, huh?
Probably not, bro. So
Sea
bad for the
sponges.
ocean.
SpongeBob out here taking care of business, keeping them nuts clean.
You know they have like a live action SpongeBob musical?
Yeah, and it's terrifying looking.
That sounds terrible.
I've heard it's actually pretty good though.
What do you mean it's terrifying? Isn't it just a dude in a yellow shirt?
No, I said terrifying looking, and I think don't they have costumes?
I don't know.
It is just a dude in a yellow shirt, but it is terrifying just because they're adapting that style like pretty much directly onto the stage of like all the colorful crazy shit, and it looks like it would give me a migraine just watching it. But I've heard it's good, and I like stage plays, and then a lot of time they surprise me.
Do they have Kenny playing him?
No, the guy's pretty good though.
He's too busy being characters in Rick and Morty.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure he's like.
I feel like I've heard his voice.
I think he's Mr. Poopy Butthole, along with other characters.
Is that a reoccurring character though?
Yeah.
Poopy butthole?
Mr. Poopy or Professor Poopy.
Did you guys see this? The live action Rick and Morty
I saw like the
clip?
the little 2-second
Is it real?
Yeah.
They're making a live action Rick and
Well, it's
Morty?
just a clip, but
Probably
it's
just for
with.
one episode.
Super good for the stream.
Yeah. Don't show the stream.
Is that fucking Doc Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, so and Jaden Martell from everything.
Yeah, Stranger Things have happened.
I haven't watched Rick and Morty for quite a
A
while.
long
I think
time.
new season dropped, right?
I don't think I watched the 3rd season. What are they on now?
5, I think, and I haven't watched the last 2.
Yeah.
That's funny though.
It's
I just never got that Szechuan sauce, so I was real fucking sore about it.
Sort of like a.
I went. Amanda and I went to McDonald's in Modesto when we didn't live here. Trying to get that fucking sauce. And you know what we got?
smell.
Disappointment.
Got a handful of dick, and that's about it.
Handful of gas and a handful of matches.
No, my dick's not that
You're like,
I'll take a
"Hey, so,
whole
it's about a half.
big. Did you twirl your hand? When you sit down on the toilet, your nuts falling?
What my nuts? Ooh, another MO disc. So we got all 3 of the discs.
You're
tight.
taking the water? My dick ain't even touching the toilets.
Get an extension.
I'm gonna pause so I don't get eaten. Oh God. Clip that. Somebody clip that.
Ow. Impressive.
Oh, I have
Most
the projector
impressive.
slide thingy for this.
You do.
Security protocols. Somebody else jump in.
Teleport for executive use only. This restriction does not apply in the event of an emergency.
I think this is an emergency.
Basement level 1. Passage to heliport / entry is prohibited unless accompanied by a consultant researcher or the chief of security. Unauthorized persons entering the heliport will be shot on sight. Yeah, well, I'm trying to liven it up. Elevator / the elevator stops during emergencies. Basement level 2, visual data room / for use by the Special Research Division only. All other access to the visual data room must be cleared with Keith Arvin. He's the room manager. Prison / this is basement level 3. Sanitation Division controls the use of the prison. At least one consultant researcher, E. Smith, S. Ross, or A. Wesker. He's what? He's part of sanitation? Taking out the trash.
Yeah.
Must be present if vital use is authorized. Triple lock door / entry into the room is limited to the sole person who deactivates
What up, Josh?
Hey, what up, Josh?
the lock with all of the passcodes. Accessing the exclusive output terminals located in each section of the senior researchers deactivates the lock. Power room / in this room, nitro compound is used as the primary fuel source of power. Access is limited to headquarters supervisors. This restriction may not apply to consultant researchers with special authorization. Passcode output terminal /
Oh my god.
use and access the output terminals of the output terminals is limited to authorized senior researchers. Fuck, dude. Basement level 4 regarding the progress of Tyrant after the administration of T-Virus. Illegible hereafter.
So there was like literally 2 pieces of information in that entire
Did you
piece
know
of
what you
dialogue.
needed
that
to
we're
get?
answering.
Or whatever. Do you know? Did I read that for something, or did I read that for nothing?
So you read that so that way for the story beats about Albert Wesker being part of the Umbrella team.
I'm gonna tell you something about my feelings on the story beats. I don't have any. I'm just ready for it to be over, dude.
Yeah, I feel ya.
Who's that? Oh, hi, Josh.
So Wesker was a double agent.
Double agent, man.
Secret agent. Those reminds me of Ace Ventura.
It's really the only place I know it from.
Isn't it from Austin Powers?
Well, I'm sure they use it
Probably in there, yeah.
in both. All right, John. You're flying solo.
I'm flying solo, flying solo, flying solo. Ooh, passcode. Oh God, I don't know what this is. PS. I'm gonna wait until I know.
Oh my god.
All right. So I have access to this room here. I have that slide thing, so I'm guessing that's probably how I get the passcode. So let's head and go do that real quick. Let's. We're so close to the end, I can smell it. And that thing that I smell is pizza. Let's drop these off. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save those because I'll probably need them for big fights later. the thing that I need. Slide filter. Guessing this is what it needs. Let's go look at some stuff. So I posed this question earlier, and even though I also disagree with the sentiment, have any of you heard of the argument that cereal is a soup?
John.
And what are your
John,
thoughts?
stop trying to make soup cereal happen.
I hate it so much. I really do.
What are you talking about? There's no argument.
There's not, but I've heard people argue. It's clearly soup.
You're fucking walking in privileges wrong, dude.
Ooh, Tyrant. Bioorganic Weapons Research Group Development Staff.
You told me a hot dog is a sandwich.
We talked about that.
I just fucking lost it.
No, I think of that in case we did. It's the same thing as a fucking Subway sandwich or a sub sandwich. The same bread. And they put that to me is more of an argument than
8462. 8462.
8462.
24601.
I dislike any of those dumb conversations about what is soup, a sandwich, etc. Cancel that culture.
Well, yeah, it's like, why take something we all kind of already agreed on and try to make it more complex?
What's that one? Hella dumb. Like, can water be wet?
Oh, yeah.
Can you make water wet?
How many holes are there in a straw?
1.
I agree with him. I believe it's one.
One on each end.
No, it's one that goes all the way through.
It's a tunnel.
Yeah, you can go in a tunnel that doesn't have an end and you still go in. That's still a hole.
That's a cave.
It's like, hold that, asshole. You have to hold that out.
The tunnel defined as 2 holes. It has to have 2 holes, otherwise it's a cave.
Battery
No, it's
still.
just one
Oh, wait.
long hole.
Ooh, laboratory key.
No, because
Hell yeah,
well, think
brother.
about like a pixie stick. Has one end closed. That's not a straw. Gotta have 2.
You're a tube.
That would be a tube.
You could poke holes in your straw.
What?
With a needle?
Yeah, okay, but
Trying to get a straw open.
We finally found out what happened to Kenneth.
And then it's
You can punch the second hole.
it's 2. There's 1 on each end. John?
I still think that it's one.
I guess.
Okay, but if you close it and there's only 1 opening, then how's it gonna work? It doesn't function because it needs a second hole.
I
That's
guess.
how physics works.
I guess if you wanted to compare it to the human body, you wouldn't say that your mouth and your butthole are one long hole between each other.
There you go.
But there are also stoppages in
There's detours
between.
on that.
There's detours.
Okay, well then what about a bendy straw?
I didn't ask about a bendy straw. I asked about
Double straw?
a regular straw.
a regular
it's
straw.
it's fucking 2. Change my mind. Where's my change my mind sign?
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
that
careful.
hot dog sandwiches though.
No, I know. I don't give a fuck though. It's good.
Hot dogs are good. So are sandwiches.
I talked about a hot dog sandwich. A hot dog sandwich is when you take a hot dog, butterfly it, and put it flat on bread. I put 2 on.
What about
That's a motherfucking hot dog sandwich.
what about a ham dog?
A ham dog? You never had a ham dog.
I've
See,
never
like-
had a ham dog. I'm saying, what about it?
You know, if you went to a place and ordered a sandwich and they gave you all the fixings of the sandwich in a hot dog bun, you would be disappointed because to you, you would be like, "This is not a sandwich."
I went to a place once and I ordered a burger. And said, "Let me get this burger," and then they brought it to me,
And it had no.
and it had no burger. It was just like the onion rings and the barbecue sauce and the cheese.
Why did that happen?
So I took it back to the counter
I know.
and I said, "Hey, there's no patty on here." And she was like, "It doesn't come with a patty." And I was like, "What do you mean?" Because it said like Western burger. It wasn't at Carl's Jr., but it was like a Western type burger. It was at
Yeah.
that fucking gas station we used to go to. And then she was like, "Yeah, if you look at she pulled out the menu like, and she's already had this argument.
At that point, just put some fucking meat on the thing.
She was like, "Yeah, look, it doesn't say patty." And I was like, "Dude, it says burger."
That's what a burger
That's what it
is.
is.
When I go to McDonald's or whatever, it doesn't say patty.
I went to this hot dog place one time, paid for 1 meal, but got 3.
It's true. That did happen to you. Yeah, so then she was like, well, I guess I could do that for you.
I guess like it didn't cross her mind.
Like that maybe you would want a burger to go with your burger.
But I was like, if you look at everything on the menu, it doesn't say it has the patty because that's implied when it says whatever burger. That's what makes it
I
a
would,
burger.
I
The
1000%
burger
agree
the
with
burger at
this.
its very basic is
I would die
the
on that
bread,
hill.
the meat.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Everything else makes it that type of burger.
And there was only one that said it. It had like 100% Angus beef or whatever. And
Do I
was
get to
like,
discard
are
the
you
key,
done?
or do I have to hang on to the key?
That did happen to you, Josh. That was quite the situation.
I told everybody at work about that on
How funny it was.
on Monday, yeah, and they were all busting up laughing. They thought it was hilarious. And now I keep I did the exact same thing, just dropping that joke, no context, like in the middle of a meeting. I was like, oh yeah, or we go over to Graffiti Dogs and get 3 dogs for the price of 1.
Because I know the owner.
All you got to do is order the 10th Street dog and get a number 10 by accident, or the other way around. I forget which one it was.
Vice versa.
Vice versa.
Fed me for 2 though. Yeah.
Ooh, I am out of inventory space. I think I'm gonna have to make a quick run back, drop some things off.
They were hella cool about it, but then I bet as soon as we left, that girl out.
Well, I thought it was really funny that the second time he like brought her
what?
like with him,
I didn't know
but didn't
that
have her
was
say
there.
anything.
What would you do if he like stuck her hand out and asked you to slap it at the table?
She did. Okay, he brought a rolled up newspaper. I was like, can you tell her she did that?
I don't even know what I'm shooting.
Can you hit her on the nose?
Why were you bleeding? What was that blood?
There was like a
So I
monster
got
in the
attacked, but I
statue.
couldn't see what the monster was.
It looked like a hunter
Gather.
gatherer.
Yeah.
It's still here, but I need to come back here and figure out what's going on. Let's get out the mag.
You got Paramount Plus?
Oh shit!
I have no fucking clue what that is.
Ooh,
That's
you wrecked it, though.
that's a Spider-Man.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah, I'm
Spider-Man.
gonna need you to hold that L.
Well, back up, back up.
That's Odor Man.
The human spider.
Kevin?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to hold that L regardless.
Okay.
There's another one.
Yoinks!
Quiet.
He's coming back. Oh no, he's crawling. Never mind.
No, I don't think it came back originally. I think it was another one.
No, it's not, yeah, I just saw his legs moving and I was like, he ain't
There's a hole
dead.
up there.
Yeah, that was where I came from originally, but I 1000% need to clear inventory space right now.
What are you trying to do?
Explore.
Explode.
Ooh, that was a little creepy.
So I heard an interesting theory today about what we might see in Spider-Man No Way Home. So one of the other Easter eggs that people have picked up on is that in that last scene of the trailer, when Peter is standing on the car right before he puts on the Iron Spider suit, which I'm personally very sick of seeing, the suit that he's wearing, like his suit, not a Spider-Man suit,
The suit riot.
is the same. He's dressed the way that Tobey Maguire's Peter was dressed in some either Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3 or something, with the suit and the tie. It's the same tie and everything. So a theory that I heard today was that maybe he's going to be like Fear Street style, like. And they're assuming that because when Doc Ock comes up and he's like, "Hello, Peter," it's like, how would he? And he recognizes him. They're saying maybe he's going to like go into the into the brains of the different Spider-Men and basically like live out
He could have also been
parts of
talking
their
to
realities.
Toby.
Yeah, my theory is that it's an edit just because they don't want to show Toby and Andrew yet. But they're saying like, yeah, they might do a thing where like he looks in a mirror and it's Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield, and then the rest of the movie it's Tom Holland. Yeah, and I would be like, I don't know how much I would like that,
Yeah.
but
It could also be like a pig.
I'm just down to see whatever the fuck it's gonna be.
You know, could happen.
well, now people are getting way caught up in the idea that like these are going to be variant versions of all of these villains that we've seen, and people are like, well, that's fucking dumb, because then it's like, what's the point of going out of your way to get Alfred Molina to play this character when you literally could have just cast anyone and called it a variant, and if he has no connection to his storyline from those movies. So people are pissed because obviously, spoilers for Spider-Man 2, he's a good guy at the end, like he redeems himself, and so they're like, okay.
He
He totally
redeemed himself.
Well, Alfred Molina has said in interviews that this Doc Ock in this movie is plucked straight out of the river at the end of Spider-Man 2. So they're like, okay, well then...
He could still be crazy, though.
Yeah.
He turned into a villain, he turned back into a bad guy.
Yeah, and they're saying that, like, because his tentacles are lit up red, that means that the chip's in control or whatever, and so, like, he's re-bad again, and then other theories are that he's a double agent, and so people are getting way ahead of themselves based
They're
on this
just gonna
trailer.
disappoint
Double
themselves.
agent, man.
You can't double agent or triple agent, all right?
I just, who cares, you know? Just, you gotta see the trailer, just leave it. Quit trying to dig into shit.
Okay, I'm gonna hang on.
This is the
to-
kind of stuff, though, that sets people up for failure.
It does.
Is
It
they,
makes them disappointed.
Yeah, they get way into their head about what every possible outcome of every single frame that they saw in,
And then
in
they
the
make
trailer.
it the dopest fucking movie that they think is gonna happen.
And their version is better in their head. And then, nope.
Well, yeah, I watched this guy the other day go on about how, like, what if the storyline is that Doc Ock is actually a double agent, and midway through the movie, he's going to be the one that figures out how to get the other Spider-Men from the other universes, because the Sinister Six is going to interrupt the process when Doctor Strange is trying to bring them in, and then Doc Ock's going to get killed by Green Goblin, and then Toby's going to show up and be sad that he didn't get to see his... And I was like, dude, you're literally just writing the entire movie for yourself right now,
Yeah,
and then you're going to go in and it's going to be
Why?
different, and you're going to be like...
Why would you want to do that to yourself? Like, you're just shitting all over your own future experience. That just, like, it makes me upset.
Doing it for the views.
I'm like, just fucking enjoy the movie, dude.
I need some motherfucking
I mean-
views.
I mean, it is part of our job to theory craft a little, but that's just taking it, like, 10 steps too far.
Well, we don't really theory craft around stuff that hasn't come out yet. Too much. We say... I mean, we're pretty good about being like...
That's just a theory.
A game theory. Thanks for watching. I don't know. I feel like we're good pretty much post WandaVision. We've been pretty good about being like, okay, let's not theorize too much about stuff we don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We did, Josh, yes.
Yes, we have seen Candyman.
I heard that song's like not a good song if you break it down. It's like drugging kids. Is that?
Mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. You know
I think
what I'm
that's
saying?
what the intention was in making that song.
Yeah.
That's.
No, not that the song was drug. The song is about a guy drugging kids.
I feel like that's one of those fan interpretations. Like.
Yeah, because why in the
SpongeBob
world...
is actually perverted because like.
He's got a dick nose.
Yeah, or like you're like that song is actually about like.
All right, before I jump into this,
drugging kids because
I thoroughly enjoyed Candyman, but you will actually be getting my thoughts sometime this month. I'm going to get some pizza. Enjoy your boys' time.
Oh, talk time.
Enjoy your boys'
Hey.
time. Hey.
Just for a little bit, because we are apparently don't know how to play video games.
well, John's just putting all the work, so like.
Come on, Randy.
Can't undo his work.
Let's get cozy.
Don't
Um,
fucking touch me.
I didn't know. Candyman, yeah. So I will say this: if you liked the original Candyman, then you'll probably like this one.
Or conversely, if you liked the original Candyman, you might hate this one.
You think?
I've heard it both ways. I've heard people who say that it is nothing like the original and so very disappointing, and then I've heard other people it's had a very split reception, it seems, and also a lot of people don't like the heavy-handed messaging, I guess. But I enjoyed it. I gave it the same score that I gave the original Candyman.
The original Candyman's not.
I don't think it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting movie, but
Yeah.
I'm bored through most of that movie.
It doesn't hold up anywhere like with Freddy or Jason or Mike or.
I think it's just
Chucky, you know
it's
what I
so
mean?
different from a lot of the stuff.
Which isn't bad.
And it's almost, I feel like Candyman is also kind of like an underdog horror villain where people are like, oh, Candyman's my favorite because everybody picks Jason, Freddy, Michael,
Yeah.
Chuckers.
Chuckers.
Did you guys, have you seen the trailer for the Chucky show? Looks
Does it look crazy?
interesting. Looks interesting.
Yeah, but those movies are weird.
The Candyman?
No, the Chucky movies. I'm ready for it. I like Don Mancini. I like what he's doing. And the new one fucking sucked anyway, so. But it's worth me going to catch a matinee by myself next week. I wouldn't say it's not worth it. Like, I wasn't disappointed I paid for it.
It's a lot better than some of the other stuff we've seen recently, like Spinal.
It's not scary. Josh, I know when we were watching Night House before the whole fucking bullshit happened, we were kind of drawn in and it was a little bit scary and we got chills. We had a fucking fantastic crowd for Candyman, and I didn't really get the creeps at all.
And I didn't hear, I never really heard the crowd going like, whoa, and
Yeah.
jumping or getting scared or anything.
I mean, you personally, Josh, don't really get scared in general, so yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so for that reason, you might enjoy it. You might be able to appreciate it without that being like a barrier for you.
But it didn't feel like it was even really trying to do that. I don't know.
I think it's very interesting. I think it has a really cool concept, and I think that it's
It involves a lot around art, which I think for the three of us is
the main character is literally an artist named Anthony. So I was like,
yeah.
hello.
Bit on the nose there.
For us, yeah.
And he had a podcast, which was crazy. No, he doesn't have a podcast.
Yeah, I would say it's interesting.
Candyman has a podcast.
Yeah. It's called Horror Attic, and it does it on the top of his house.
That's where he talks about his favorite candies.
In the attic.
Oh, yeah.
Helen,
That's my next podcast idea once Porcelain Peak tanks.
almond joy.
I'm gonna refinish the attic at my house and call it Horror Attic. 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 How do you
That's
say it?
that's really dumb.
Attic.
Yeah.
That's a really dumb idea.
ATTIC.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
You know how hot you get in an attic trying to record?
Yeah, that's why I would take a fucking fan.
It would be a horror if you didn't.
So you'd have the mic right here and then a fan full blast right next to you while you're recording.
Just blowing onto the microphone.
So you'd always sound like you're giving a report from a hurricane.
Yeah. This just in.
We're in the eye of the storm.
We got an F5 tornado heading straight for us.
Some interesting news that you guys might not have heard that we're going to share is about the direction of the new Batman movie that is called The Batman.
The Batman.
Anthony?
So we don't know how reliable this information is. It's one of those things like with a lot of the Spider-Man stuff where it was whispers on the internet, but somebody claims to have seen the unedited, like the first cut of the Batman, and they say that it is a horror movie, that it's very fucked up, very dark, very brutal, which I can say based on the trailer seems about right. Like I don't think that's far-fetched having seen the trailer, because the Riddler is obviously very much like inspired by Seven or like Saw, like putting people in like traps and
And
weird
puzzles.
shit and
Yeah.
puzzles, yeah. And then
That's his
Batman,
whole thing.
and then Batman when he fucking like bone crunch punches the shit out of that one gangster dude, I'm like, okay, so this is gonna be a pretty brutal.
Well, he's vengeance.
Yeah. He's the knight.
Yeah.
Justice.
Are
So-
you guys you're just talking about Robert Pattinson Batman?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, I
Matt
heard it's supposed-
Pattinson and Matt Reeves, right?
Yeah.
I heard it's supposed to be more like detective oriented, like crime oriented, which is kind of like the actual origin of the character, hence Detective Comics.
Detective Comics.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
DC.
I also don't want to see another fucking Seven ripoff.
I don't want to see like an origin story anymore. Like I'm so tired.
I don't think that we'll get one.
I hope not.
I don't know. But who knows? Yeah. I'm excited to see Pattinson. He's just fucking super good outside of his vampire stuff. And like Matt Reeves, if you're not familiar with Matt Reeves, he did the second two of the newest Planet of the Apes trilogy. And he did the first Cloverfield movie.
I always forget that he did that
Anything else?
Cloverfield movie. I'm sure. Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah, this originally was supposed to be the Ben Affleck spin-off Batman movie. But we're still getting him in The Flash and Michael Keaton. I was telling him that...
Yeah, this is cool. Have you heard this?
I don't know what I haven't heard.
I had
so.
this.
So, Michael Keaton's coming back as Bruce Wayne Batman in The Flash.
They're doing their own
They're
multiverse
doing
thing.
the Flashpoint paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what they're talking about doing is doing a Batman Beyond movie after that.
That would be sick.
And Keaton wants Burton to come back and direct that with him playing... with Keaton playing the older
OG
Batman.
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and he wants it to be like the trilogy completer of their like old 80s and 90s Batman movies.
Wow, that'd be
So it'd be
kinda
like Batman, Batman Returns, and Batman Beyond, and have that be like all in the same continuity.
That'd be cool.
we were saying our only hesitance is that you can't really seem to trust Tim Burton with anything that he puts his hands on these days.
Yeah.
Even Dumbo.
Hope you had some water and eggs. You're gonna be dehydrated like a Tim Burton tree. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of the last movie of his that I was really super into. Big Ice was cool.
Big guys, big thighs.
Big Eyes.
Big Ice.
Ice.
Like Ice Age 5?
Yep.
Big Ice?
Big Ice. Big Ice.
Big old ice.
Damn, you see that man has a big ice.
Brigorsh.
Nice.
I would, I'm excited for Keaton to come back as the Bat.
B-Man with the
I just want him to say, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
I want to see him
But I wanted to say it like,
be like able to move his fucking head
Oh, to turn his...
instead of having to.
I want to say him. I want to hear him say it like on an airplane though, like as the stewardess is bringing the snacks.
Yeah.
I'd be like, turn to whoever he's with and be like, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
Oh, let's have him be the stewardess. Like,
Nuts?
I have to be nuts.
Anyone want to get nuts?
And they're like, you look awful. He's still in the Bat outfit, like,
But
the
with like a stewardess
stuff
thing over
it.
it.
You look oddly familiar. Are you in double disguise? Alright. Oh. How's your pizza?
It was delicious.
That's so good, John.
Very.
Wow.
Believe me?
You feel like now you have the energy to complete this game.
Hopefully. You're gonna fight that. Oh, what if there's another spider thing?
Spider thing.
I'm gonna shoot it in the face.
Spider thing. Does whatever a spider thing does.
It's crazy that it followed you through the vents. Like it just crawled.
Yeah, I
Did you like that?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
Beautiful rendition.
It's kind of sexy, right?
I walked in the other day. Oh, I think it was it before Shang-Chi? Maybe it was a couple days ago. Anyway, I was already stressed because I had just gotten off of work. I had to get cat food because I DoorDashed cat food during the day to have it dropped off at my house. And they brought literally everything else that I asked for except for the cat food.
Ooh, brutal.
So,
Time to give you a refund?
yeah, but so then I had to figure that out because we literally didn't have food for the cat. And then I walk in and my sister immediately is like, "Anthony, can you come in here?" And I was like, "What?" "There's a spider in my room." "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I walked in, I was like, "Brittany, I'm not getting on my hands and knees to find a spider in your room." And she's like, "No, it's right there." And so I just walked up and was like, "It's dead. There you go. Bye." Yeah,
You gotta let it out to the world.
I would have if I wasn't
pressed for time.
if I wasn't in the mood to kill someone.
I was like, fuck that, kill him! Kill them all!
But it reminded me, I saw like a TikTok video of a girl talking about like how everything in her room makes sense, like everything has a purpose, and she like reaches over next to her mirror and she picks up this big ass brick and she's like, "This is my spider brick."
Oh my god!
And she's like, "So when I see a spider, I drop this on it and I can make sure they're 100% dead."
That's tight.
Until you can't.
But see, when you're killing a spider, you got to do the crush and smear. Because if you just crush, they'll come back to life.
It doesn't really pull it apart if you don't smear.
Yeah.
You want to dismember it in case it's still alive. Can't give it. It has 8 advantages.
I like to lightly cover it and then put it in the toilet and just hope that its parents got swimming lessons when it was younger, you know what I mean?
Are you conscientious? How do you say?
Conscientious.
Conscientious.
Pooper?
Objector
No.
to killing spiders.
That is a really tough word though. Conscientious. Who the fuck decided that was going to be a word?
Conscientious. I gotta practice that.
Okay, I think
The
Yeah.
conch.
The conch. Are you a conch? Total conch, man.
You know, if you guys go stand by the ocean, it sounds like the inside of a seashell.
That's crazy, dude. That's just because nature rhymes, you know? It's like poetry.
Yeah, that's the symmetry of nature.
Because shells come from the ocean, so while they're there, they get the sound embedded in them. It's like records.
It's like when you grow up. That's like one of the things you learn when you grow up. It's like you're just hearing the inside of your own head.
another door that's rusted shut.
Which means the inside of your head sounds like the ocean.
Unless you have tinnitus. It just sounds like.
Well, I mean, if you have tinnitus, then the ocean will also sound like that.
Mine just.
Oh, right.
It might drown it out though.
Mine just sounds like Enya. That's the whole thing. Makes everything really like crazy. And I'm staring at the book. Go ahead, Randy. Ready? Cue it. Me staring at the ocean. Me taking a shit. Makes everything, makes everything better. Why is he purple now?
He probably changed the text that he wanted to be under. Either that or somebody else had that particular shade. Yeah. That also would explain why you are this quick to when we say things. That's pretty tight.
Hey, how about you stop assuming his color?
I'm not. I can fucking see.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Josh. The mobile there is always a ton.
So, I'm gonna blab about a project because the voice actors publicly posted their roles.
Oh, leaks?
No, I think they were given.
The AOK.
Green light?
Yeah, so I mean, if it's public knowledge,
Yeah.
I'm not breaking NDA.
Okay.
The game's Cookie Run Kingdom, and it's like this little mobile game where everyone's like these different cookies.
That sounds delicious.
It's pretty funny. Like the dialogue is very creative.
Sounds cute.
Anybody we would know?
I don't know who you would know.
Not like personally, no.
Like, will we know any of these cookie varieties personally?
Yeah.
Well,
Chip.
there's like Cookie Carrot. There's there's some actors from some pretty predominant anime, and then a bunch of actors that started voice acting when I started doing audio are in it. Like a couple people from Black Star are in it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, you get done saying that after you're just like, oh, I don't think that'll mess up with like an NDA or anything. It's just like, boom, 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 FBI, open up!
Like, invoice revoked. Like, yeah, dude.
We're keeping the work.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's okay. I won't take the money. And there's,
You come with us.
Yeah. Police.
Yeah, there's some.
Deveganizing Ray.
There's some like
milk and eggs, bitch.
really intense specifications for like
Chicken
what
is
I
a
have
vegan?
to deliver. And like they want the files like so loud, just because it's like a mobile game. They just want to be louder and more like in your face, that it makes the audio like constantly distort. So like
Really?
yeah, there's like walking a razor's edge to where like it's as loud as it can be, or it's distorted. Yeah, and like
The fuck is that?
He's hitting us with emotes.
Oh shit, it's an octopus tentacle.
It's chopped up. Sush. Pre-sush.
Pre-sush.
Pre-sush. So like all animals in the ocean.
I call fish pre-sush.
That sounds like a Tom
Yeah, it
Haverford
does.
thing,
It
huh?
sounds like a Tom Haverford shit. 100%.
Long ass rice. Food wakes.
Chicken parmesan?
Chicken
Chicken parm parm.
did you say food rakes?
Yeah, forks.
Food rakes. That reminds me, just the word food rakes, or the words remind me, I think it's an episode of Dexter's Lab.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for the clarification.
No, we're not going into Dexter. No, Dexter's Lab, like, he gets, like, stuck on the bus or something, and, like, he meets someone that's in the back of the bus and it's all dirty. He gets, like, lost and forgotten back there, and he meets someone else who had been lost and forgotten. They're, like, a grown man. And they're,
I think I
like,
remember
stuck to
this
the chair
episode.
with, like, bubble gum, and he's like, it's convenient when kids drop food, and I can use my toenails to like grab them. And he has like these long toenails from never being clipped, and it looks like a rake. I'm like, oh.
That's disgusting, but also definitely sounds like something that Dexter would do. I loved that kind of humor in those cartoons.
Yeah, very.
Ugh. Those people that grow their fingernails and their toenails hella long for like the Guinness World Records or whatever.
But they like spiral.
Oh,
Yeah.
so gross.
Spinal.
You have to keep them in like sacks and shit.
It's just like you must get carpal tunnel from not being able to ever lift your wrist. That's
Uh-oh.
terrible.
One of my friends
How do you wipe?
allegedly got Paramount Plus allegedly and gave me his password allegedly.
Allegedly.
And they got some Nickelodeon bangers, man. stuff I forgot about.
Hold that
I just
asshole.
remember going to Great America and
When it was still Nickelodeon.
like there was like a whole
Or Paramount,
Nickelodeon
yeah.
part there,
Because it was Paramount's Great America.
and they would do like the slideshow.
Uh-oh.
I was on it. I was in it.
What?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
You got slime?
Oh, we got a bunch.
Yeah,
we got a bunch. We got a bunch.
It was me and my dad and my sister.
Are they crickets?
And
I don't know, but they can.
They look more like a wreck.
And my first stepmom. So
And who got slime?
I can't. I barely remember that I did it. Like it's one of those things I forgot for a long time that popped back in my head, and I was like,
Did you repress the memory because it was too traumatizing?
yeah. Why is there a green nut all over me? Someone in the crowd yelled, "Go!" I was like, what? It was also John. It was his birthday, too.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's a great death animation.
But yeah, they had like the Smurf Village.
Yeah, I do remember.
And they had like the beds that they were hella uncomfortable, but they were like, it's my size. Yeah, that shit was dope. I remember when
Great
they did
America.
But it's not Paramount. That's why they can't call it Top Gun anymore. Not like Top Flight Deck or something. Something like that.
Did I don't believe I've killed the last one.
I don't believe.
You
That
haven't
man's
seen the
never been
last
that
of
this
me.
I also won this contest at Kmart where I got to go to the 49ers stadium as a kid and like meet the players.
Do it?
Yeah.
What, do you remember which players you played with? Not that it would mean anything to me,
Jerry
but
Rice.
I have no
Steve
idea.
Young.
I have no idea. I don't think so. I
Hulk
think they were
Hulk
all
Hogan.
fine at that.
Joe Montana.
Something like that. I'll have to ask my sister. I forgot about. I don't know what she was saying.
Did you go with Joe and Angie?
No, I think it was like one of my cousins.
I
I
love
meant
how you
Jerry
just
Rice. But, like, say, like-
you just blew right over that.
Jerry Rice.
What?
Yeah, I guess he had like a car
Did
dealership
you go with Joe and
or
Angie?
something.
Yeah.
And, like he came to like talk at like some dinner.
Joe, Mama, Angie.
Here.
It was like.
But that's the
in
name of my
area.
brother and sister.
Like my parents. Bought
That works too well.
Oh, that's
Too
why I
well.
skipped right over.
Yeah, you were just like, no, they weren't there.
Because my
I
brother's
was-
name is Joe. My sister's
I
name is Angelina.
I knew Angelina, but I don't never met your brother.
I was like, yeah, no, I didn't go with Joe and Angie.
I'm trying to get what the joke was because I thought that's what he was asking you, was if you went with your brother and sister.
He didn't know my brother's name was Joe.
Well,
So I was
who
like,
the
is
fuck
he-
were you talking about?
Joe Bob.
Angie Daddy.
He's just trying to do some stupid shit she does. She's over here. I side-eyed him.
Put that thing right back where it
Pay
came
for
from,
more,
or
so
so
help
help me.
No, I didn't go with Joe and Angie.
Well, that's fucking hilarious then. now that I get the joke.
But yeah, we did. They had, like,
What?
we did
Hey,
drills.
cue me?
We had to play catch and shit.
Hi.
I got to play kickball with all of the hosts of B92.9 once.
That's tight. I used to love it. Wait, oh
I
no.
remember B93.
When it was
Yeah,
well, it was
93.1.
It was when it was 93.1 that I played with them. Back when it was cool. Now it's not. Then it was 92.9, and now I don't think it even exists anymore.
I think it is. I think it's a country station or something.
Yeah, K-Hop still exists as like
When then
Quad.
Rock 96.7 went away for a long time and then came back and
Oh,
it's
really?
awful.
Quad. I think Weasel's in the quad.
the
Josh.
Hawk.
Josh, Jeff, can you confirm or deny that? Because Quad had like the emo stuff. I think that was like the first time I heard Brand New was on Quad.
Oh, that's Rusted Shed.
You're listening to the brand new band, Brand New,
Is their brand new single?
titled Brand New.
Self-titled brand new. Okay.
Titled Gurnersia? How do you
Gonorrhea.
Isn't it like Guernica?
Guernica, yeah. It's a painting by Picasso. It's fucking massive, dude. It's probably like the size of your back wall.
Perfect place for it.
I've seen it.
Seen it. You go in 2
Seen it.
years?
Yeah, I love a band where you learn
ruthless.
nice vocabulary from their song titles.
Yeah.
I would just never know what that word is. Like it's that one word. That's.
Degausser.
Yeah.
I associate it with the music.
I didn't
Yeah.
know what that was for the longest time. It's like erasing tapes.
Mm.
Sweeting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have the fuel canister, so I have to go to the fuel room, which I believe is upstairs, and then recover some fuel. I have to very carefully take it all the way down all of the stairs without it blowing up and killing me, and bring it back and put it in that refuel station. Which is gonna fucking suck.
Well, glad I'm not doing it. Good luck.
Luckily, I killed everything along the way, but I'm sure there's gonna be some new shits that's gonna come out. We hit you with some new shits.
So I'm home the other day, right? Perusing the pantry as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, what the fuck was that?
Oh God.
I did not want to see that.
Anyway.
Hey, it's his body, and if he wants to use it that way,
And if he
who are
wants
you to
see it,
judge?
you're gonna see it.
Listening to me.
Listen to
Perusing the
me
pantry
now.
As I do.
Perusing the pantry.
And we have a spot where we keep the cereal. So I looked in a spot where we don't keep the cereal, and I saw a box of cereal. Obviously, my attention was immediately like, "What's this?" Right? And guess
He's
what
like, oh, soup.
Guess what it was? A brand new box of Count Chocula.
Oh shit.
I was like, where the fuck did that go from?
Brand new as in unopened from last year.
Nope. That is this year's out already.
Hell yeah, brother.
Damn. You know they have like mega stuffed Oreos now.
Why is bacon called bacon?
Oh shit, man. That's
But-
that's a
My
classic
mind-
George Carlin.
My mind
esque
do be
bit.
broken.
You can also bake bacon.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
What's the other one? The
Why do you park in a driveway and you drive in a parkway?
oh shit.
That's true.
Why is it called cargo if it goes by ship, and a shipment if it's on land? Damn. See? Yeah, mind blown. Yeah. We're Porcelain Peak full of riddles.
Mind freak.
You guys seen that meme where it's like a guy at a car dealership, and it's like he's asking the the guy who sells cars like cargo space, and he's like, no, car no do that, cargo drive.
I got the fuel supply
room,
caps.
yeah, cargo room.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Cereal. Yeah.
Cereal,
There you go.
Count Chocula.
Count
Yeah,
Chocula.
super stoked.
Is that your favorite of the Halloween cereals?
I honestly don't know because I don't know that I can't remember
It's like
tasting any of
Frankenberry
them.
and Blueberry.
Yeah, and I can't remember when the last time I had it.
I prefer Fruity Pebbles over Cocoa Pebbles, and so I'm in the similar boat of I like Blueberry and Frankenberry more than I like.
I don't even remember what they are or how many there are.
Like marshmallow cereals.
There's the strawberry and marshmallows, which is Frankenstein or
Okay.
Frankenberry, and then there's blueberry and marshmallows, which is blueberry, and then chocolate and marshmallows, which is Count Chocula.
Okay.
And they're all at some point in the near future getting their own like movies or cartoons or whatever.
They get their own monster universe.
Oh no.
What? Don't go through the fan?
I can't run with this, otherwise it will become unstable.
Like uranium.
That's funny. When I run, I become unstable too.
Well, quit spinning it around. Make sure you do the Anthony Perez 14 tap method before you open it. 75% of the time, it works every time.
I've only ever seen it not work once, and it blew up in your face.
When did that happen?
I think it was, and you were like, "It's because I tapped it too many times."
That sounds like
You like
something I
start
would
the
say.
shaking process again by accident.
I tapped it 15 times and it reshook.
In elementary school, Andy Long would always have like a orange crush soda, and like when he would always get up to go buy something, even though he brought a lunch, and when he would get up to buy something, we would always like take his soda, just like bam, 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 like on the table, and like put it back, like
Yeah.
just to be a dick.
Like dickheads, yeah.
Yeah, just like fifth grade dick.
So you were a bully.
Yeah, but as you
No, they were friends.
Yeah, we do it to each other, but
Did it explode ever?
well, he knew we did it. And he,
Oh, really?
And he came back and was like, "You guys shook my soda, didn't you?" And we're like,
He's like,
"Nope."
After you had done it enough times, don't you think he would have learned to take the soda with him when he went to go buy stuff?
Not if you're a fifth grader. But so anyway, he's like cautiously like trying to open it, like tapping it. And we're like, "That ain't gonna work, man. We fucked your soda up." And so he's like
We fucked your soda, dude. It's not even soda anymore. It's nut.
Crush that. So like he goes to open it and immediately just like puts his mouth over in case it's like.
Oh no! Did it explode in his mouth?
Whoa, man, not on the show. So,
Demonetized.
so like nothing happened, and he was like, oh. And right when he pulled his mouth away,
no!
all over the place.
Well, it's because he probably formed a seal with his mouth, and then as soon as he took the seal off, it would.
Had somewhere to go.
That's crazy, dude.
Good times, man. Elementary school.
I was probably suspended during that time. You said 5th grade? Yeah, I was mostly suspended. Whew. What's up? You did it?
I did it.
You're sweating balls and not even listening to this funny ass story?
I know. I was listening.
I saw this TikTok yesterday that fucking got me. Where I'm not on TikTok, but I watch YouTubers.
Yeah,
much specifically. Which I saw your thing that you sent me.
Mhm.
By the way, I might have to look
He's
into
hot.
that.
Yeah, he's hiring for creatives and shit.
And I've just basically only been watching him. Occasionally I'll take a break and watch something else, but I'm like hell into all the Lush Life stuff. His wife actually super reminds me of Amanda. I think they have very similar vibes about them.
I can see that.
Yeah.
His wife also very pretty.
Yeah.
Hold that, bug boy.
Oh, but the TikTok was it was a gallon of milk or whatever, jug of milk in the fridge, and the guy had glued thumbtacks all over the handle. And then he's going to and so he puts it back in the fridge, or puts it back in, and it's got the thumbtacks all over the handle. And he's like, if anyone in my house isn't gonna see this coming, it's my blind sister Sarah. He closes the door.
So speaking of that, I saw another TikTok that was this dude who was playing hide and seek with my sister is always weird because she's deaf and doesn't know how loud she's laughing, and then he just is just following into a room, just hearing, and then just gets around the corner, and then she just looks like, "Aw."
Oh, that's kind of adorable.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of fucked up, dude, but funny video.
That reminds
Good
me.
meme.
Have you guys seen that movie, Coda?
It's on Apple TV Plus, though.
Yeah, it's Children of Deaf Adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something that I think Stuckman was saying in his review. That's it shows you that perspective of somebody who is not hearing impaired and living with deaf people, and things that they wouldn't even realize, how loudly they'll eat or have sex super loud.
Oh, there's a second one.
Farting super loud and just
I heard
Crazy
one about a
sex.
kid who was in a general education classroom, and he was deaf, and so he didn't
He didn't know his
about
farts made
farts.
noise.
Yeah, so he just ran, and everybody started laughing, and he was like, why are they laughing or whatever? And when he farted, he was like, wait, you guys can hear farts? He had no idea, which is super adorable. Yeah.
It's adorable, but also what fucking parent isn't telling their kid that before they go to school? Hey, by the way, that shit that comes out of your butt, keep that to yourself for the rest of your life until you have internal issues about it.
That's the most terrifying thing. I hope nobody ever says that.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I would actually probably prefer if it was that way. If I just were none the wiser and just ripped ass whenever I wanted. Because really, if everybody just did that, I think we'd all have better gut health. We all just, if we let the gas pass naturally. It's all these people holding these shits in classrooms and shit.
That was one of the storylines in South Park. Why can't he died so much? Because he held in his farts.
Josh, we're using, it's
As
called
new girlfriend?
Streamlabs OBS. Oh, I'm out of those bullets.
He had a new girlfriend and he didn't want to fart in front of her, so he just did it explode. That's how he kept dying.
Dude, that's the worst. I hate.
I hate when girls want to fart in front of me.
Oh, I have
Especially
it
when I
connected to a
demand
capture
it.
card, and then that capture card is connected to an Xbox Series X.
You bend over right now and you break wind.
Like a Beyblade.
I was just about to say that.
Okay, yeah, let's go down that alley. So explain to me Beyblade.
There's the things that they were the next generation's. Let's get in trouble at school for these.
Yeah, I know, right?
After Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, Pokemon cards were cool for an entire maybe 6 months, and then immediately got banned as soon as people started swindling each
And
other.
then they're like,
for
yeah,
them.
you can do marbles and Pokemon cards for a month.
Well, because kids will steal from each other because kids are slimy bastards, and then kids get into fights, and
Well,
then
that Blastoise isn't really that good. I'll give you a magic card for it.
Yeah.
I used to get had all the time in card trades because I just didn't know the value of anything.
I personally love it, Josh. I use it all the time.
Beyblades?
No, the Xbox.
The Xbox.
He lets it rip all the time.
I do let it rip all the time.
John
Doing it right now?
Oh, but getting back to my original point, I hate first dates specifically when I don't think ahead and I have something like maybe Taco Bell or something like earlier in the day, and then I'm spending the whole entire first date being like, dude, I gotta fart so fucking bad,
Just
and
do the sneak, dude.
Well, the problem is he's heard horror stories from somebody who trusted a fart, procured in like
The chocolate gamble.
yeah, in the
Never,
Yeah.
on a,
gamble.
never on a date, though.
you were still walking a girl home.
man. That's...
That was a friend. It was Stephanie. That was a friend.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't.
She's watching now and she just left.
Let her.
I also don't go out of my way to fart in front of you guys. Like, I mean, you do. You go out of your way to fart.
I don't
when
go
we're-
out-
I don't go out of
when
my
we're
way,
recording.
but if I got fart,
If I have
when we're recording, yeah, bro.
You
It's
do.
always at the end.
Rip.
Yeah.
No, I know how to make them silent. You gotta just.
I have.
Yeah, like-
Yeah, but then you
Pull
have to
it.
put so much effort and strain into some of them. I do.
Yeah.
So like they're gonna be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
I can usually tell
Yeah,
ahead of time,
for
like,
sure.
okay, am I going to be
I'm
able to
totally good.
silence this or not?
Yeah, yeah.
And if I can't, I usually have to make a beeline for the bathroom so that I can, you know.
I hate that feeling when you hold it and then you can feel it kind of go back up inside of you. That's what I'm talking about.
Gross.
Yeah. You're like,
You're like,
"Whoa."
I've been there, man. I've been there.
Yeah. That's the stinkiest burp ever.
You said that purpose literal shit.
Yeah, I hate that.
yeah,
fucking
we're like,
feeling.
now that I'm like 30, I'm 31. Like, you just get those random burps and shit like talking. And you're just like, there's
We're
no way to
31?
hide it.
What?
Are we 31?
No, we're 32, dude.
When are you looking? So you're not telling publicly, man? I got cyber stalkers.
Yeah.
Again?
True story.
Same one.
He came back.
She? He?
Never left.
He?
Never left.
Yeah, dude.
We'll talk about it off.
Okay, yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, let's air out all
Yeah,
of the
let's-
private information. on-
Next time, let's you
This
be
is how I got
at, you
into
be,
this
say
stuff.
you be at home, and then we'll squad stream, and then just have you work out while we're playing.
There we go. For every time you get eaten alive, I gotta do like 10 push-ups.
That's actually not a bad idea. That's the kind of stuff that I like to do is like make a. That's the only thing that gets me motivated to exercise is if I have a bet with somebody where it's like every time I do. When I was in treatment, when I was in rehab, we had a thing where it's like every cigarette I smoked, I had to do 20 push-ups.
I have it.
Oh, yeah.
So every cigarette we smoked, this guy, the other guy and I, we had to do 20 push-ups. So by the end of the day, we'd usually have like 200 push-ups in, because we were usually smoking like 10 cigarettes a day, and my lungs were just like.
So push-ups
Hell
are
no,
challenge.
brother. Okay.
Get it, girl.
Yeah. To elaborate further on your question, Josh, I love it for the specific reason that Game Pass is super fucking convenient. You have like a library of like a ton of games.
What is Game Pass?
You don't even have to buy games.
Yeah. And so, in order to have any kind of online platform and on any kind of device, you have to pay a fee now. There's the one for Switch Online. There's the one for
Yeah,
PS5
so it's like
and one for
PlayStation
Xbox.
Network, and yeah.
But now, instead of doing Xbox Gold, it builds in Game Pass, which gives you access to a huge library.
It's
of
just a
games you
digital
download.
library of like curated games, and there's a ton.
Like how the Switch has the N6 or the Super Nintendo.
But this updates.
Yeah, and it's also like
Newer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
new games.
Like
But
the
like
new,
that.
The new Left
Yeah.
4 Dead. Like released.
Oh, Back for Blood.
Yeah, Back 4 Blood. I played that beta. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's super cool. I did not know that.
Still fuck with your Switch?
Try to play. I'm playing a lot of Smash and
Smart.
Rocket League.
Rocket League?
Yeah, Rocket League's free set car soccer.
You're literally driving cars and hitting soccer balls around.
Really?
Giant big
Rocket
soccer
powered
balls.
cars like on the walls and the ceiling and stuff.
It's a hella
that's
fun
cool.
game. I used to play it on my PS4.
Dude, watching people like actually like professional play that shit is
It's depressing.
Oh yeah, man. Left 4 Dead was the shit. When that. Well, we were actually talking about it recently about how it would be fun to play.
yeah. I have Left 4 Dead 2 on.
I would throw down on Left 4 Dead with you guys. There's 4 of us.
We would
Left
we
4
would
Dead.
possibly need another console and another display.
I have both of those.
You got plus one.
Oh, that's not good. I think that's a one-hit kill. I think that's a one-hit kill. Oh, battery. Yeah, hold that, bitch.
That was scary. That thing's like that thing like xenomorph.
Terrifying? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Are you dead? Are you dead? Because I would sure love that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's moving.
Ooh, there's another one. There's another one. There's a motherfucking another one.
These things are fucking scary. Probably the scariest thing that we've run into so far.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
like the hairs.
You also aren't listening to them either. They're like
Everyone reaches for headphones.
They're like, you're not listening to me.
all right, and we in.
Ew.
Yeah, it sounds gross, right?
Sounds like a newborn baby.
Oh, and I missed. I missed with my last magnum bullet. That's
That's like
not
a
good.
bee?
It's got like things on its back.
There's a bee.
I think it's wings.
It's like a cicada.
I don't know if Jeff's still here. He let's see. He told me once that bees shouldn't be able to fly.
Like physically. stuff like
Yeah.
that.
But because they don't know that, they can or some shit.
Yeah, Jeff's here.
So it's a
Peter
Pan thing.
Huh?
It's a Peter Pan thing.
Yeah, they don't. Because they don't know. They
Because they
can't.
have-
Or like a Halloween Town thing.
That's what he.
You just
That's
have
what
to
he tried
want
to tell me
something.
once.
And then let yourself have it.
I'm excited for Halloween movies. I want to watch Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
Well, Hocus Pocus too.
I know it's pretty
Low
mild.
caution. I think we're chilling.
Hocus
Cold
Pocus is-
chilling. This is the self-destruct mechanism.
Oh, Jeff, yeah. Bees shouldn't be able to fly, but because they don't
No
know that.
power to main elevator. Start it
Their
up.
body size and shit, or something literally should be.
It's like their wings are too small for their body, basically. So,
So they shouldn't be able to fly.
like it's
But
theoretically or
because they don't know
physically
that.
possible. I don't know what they do or don't know. Like something works. I don't know what it is.
So, like, from a physics perspective, that shouldn't work.
That's what I've been told. Like
From
I
a
look at it and I
physics
see it happening. Looks like they can fly to me.
There you go, Jeff.
Looks like they should be.
They're doing it.
COVID. You're like, don't even joke.
Got that Rona.
The Delta variant.
Yeah, I'm excited for Halloween movies because as much as I'm like, yeah, we do horror all year, I try to avoid like holiday specific movies until
like
it's the right
Halloween
season.
Is a different kind of horror.
Yeah, so that's when you can break out like Hocus Pocus, Sleepy Hollow, Halloween Town movies,
Trick or treat.
Trick or Treat. Yeah,
Trick or treat.
I have a Sam
Trick or
in my from Trick or Treat in my room all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just stands in my room with this little thing. Yeah. It's funny, like half the shit I think I might have said this in the last stream, like half the shit I have in my room if I was a kid would scare the shit out of me. Like I used to be the kind of kid who like I'd have to hide my Goosebumps book in my backpack in a different room because I was afraid that if I saw the cover that the thing would come get me.
It would come to life.
Now I have like a Crypt Keeper statue that's like this big sitting over here, and I have like a ghost face mask over here and a Sam from Trick or Treat over here, and I'm like literally any of these things can come alive and kill me.
Dude, we should play like Dead Space or something.
Those games are on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Those would be cool.
That'd be a sick October game.
I had a.
I've heard especially the second one holds up super well.
Dude, I love the second one. It's like the right balance of like.
Isn't it all in one take? The entire game is designed to. I was watching a
They
video
have
about
an
it where.
option, like there's an achievement for the first two games. I don't know about the third one, but like it's called the hardcore mode, where like when you select hardcore mode, you only get 3 saves, and it's like a 14-hour game, and it's a 2-disc game too. So like,
Yeah. Meanwhile, in this game that's fucking 50 million years old, I've used like 35 saves.
yeah. So like, you know, like if you
But
get
that's
to a
just
certain
because
point
you
and you
suck
die, you're gonna lose.
You're like,
six
that's just because I'm
hours.
awful at games.
That sounds like the opposite of what I want to do when playing video games.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
Give myself a reason to be
Yeah,
stressed
don't put that
constantly.
evil on me, Ricky
Yeah.
Bobby.
You put that evil on me.
But the second one is my favorite. Probably my favorite horror game.
Toaster face.
Toaster face.
Taser face?
Taser face.
Cut off her nose to toaster face.
You ever burn your foot on a George Foreman grill?
Because you like to wake up to the
Like,
smell of bacon.
Crackling bacon.
Crackling bacon in the morning, so sue me. It's like bubble wrapped.
Okay. Still trying to save that grenade launcher for the end. The end.
Which we're approaching, or
I mean, we are getting very, very close. We're about ready to start the self-destruct sequence. Once that happens, I believe that's when the tyrant comes.
Man with the plan.
it's been 2 hours.
We're chugging along, man. We're making progress, making bacon progress.
Yeah, but promises were made.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish.
Amy's leaving.
I'm
I'm offended. I'm not even taking the water.
I'm quitting the stream if we don't finish it in this one.
Speaking of streams,
take the microphone with you so they can hear you go pee pee.
I want to know if you have a solid, healthy flow.
yeah. Oh, it's solid.
It's like shitting out the front.
Oh shit. I mean, unless there's a whole section of this laboratory that I'm not aware of, I think we're getting pretty darn close to the end here. Trade.
This laboratory is protected by 80 feet.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. It's, they're not morally inept.
Okay, this is the... Oh, so this is all powered up now. Do I have to have a particular... Press the switch. Did I just... It's working!
Barry. You could have at least waited up for it, you know?
Let's go.
Yeah, where were you when we were fighting all those fucking cricket men?
Those things were fucking terrifying, my dude. Also, I'm hoping that there's a box, because I think we might have just activated the end game.
We're in the end game now.
If not, hopefully Barry will take care of some business, because I have almost nothing on me here. Yikes. Okay, okay. We definitely are where I thought we were, because they just handed me 12 shotgun shells. Unless there's one more stage here.
Oh, yeah, I'll grab some here.
Did you plug it? No, I just noticed the roll was empty. I didn't use it. I didn't shit.
Why are you walking like that then?
No.
You got the cowboy waddle.
He said, why are you walking like you pooped it into your pantsies?
Are you pulling that? Are you pulling a cupboard?
Huh? It's on the
Check if you got poop butt.
on the entryway table.
There's some tissue.
I didn't shit and then just did.
He,
For the day, you know.
he used his hand.
No.
Alright, I'm gonna go back. I'm just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna grab the grenade launcher.
When you guys eat shotgun seeds, do you spit out the shells?
I'll have to suck on them for a little while to get the salt.
Did I ever tell you guys about the guy I used to work with who asked me what I do when I run out of toilet paper?
Yeah, I think he did. He told us that he used socks.
Yeah, that's what that reminded me of. You're like, do you?
Oh, he takes the socks off and uses them?
No, he just uses socks.
In general.
Yeah, like that's what he uses to wipe with. Because he asked me, he's like, hey man, like, when you run out of socks, like, what do you use to wipe with?
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, what are you talking about? This is like in the toilet paper aisle, like putting stuff on the shelf. And I'm like, I don't know, we're putting toilet paper on the shelf. Like, what do you think I wipe with?
What do you wipe? What do I wipe with, genius?
Yeah, I'm like, you just, like, or he might have even asked, like, what do you do with your socks? Like the bag of socks afterwards. And I'm like,
What did I walk into?
You burn them.
clearly. You just turn them inside out and use them again. Like,
Talking about wiping your ass with socks.
Okay, I'm gonna.
He just kept them in a bag under his.
All right, we're doing the self-defense pistol percent run. I'm just gonna save it. I ain't gonna even go take it with me. I got enough shit here. Let's see. Can I? How
We're
much?
in the end game now.
Yeah, they gave me a dickload of shotgun shells, so I was like, oh yeah, we're probably there.
Talking about dickload.
Kind of fucking dickload, dude. Oh,
Kevin, I don't have.
hell yeah.
Do you know female hyenas have
I saw that
have
shit.
penises?
So it's like a
And they have to birth through
penile
them?
clitoris. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like it looks like a penis, so it's hard to tell a male hyena from a female hyena. But the female hyenas have to birth the babies, and they have one of the largest cubs of like basically any like mammal. So they have to shove this
Mammal?
huge ass baby through, and a lot of the females don't survive because they have to literally split their dick apart, their like dick thing apart to get the babies out.
That's fucking gross.
What's that old Jim Gaffigan joke where he's like, yeah, you know that female seahorse has a penis or whatever.
Oh, the female seahorse or the male seahorse births carries the babies.
Just call that the female seahorse.
Alright, I'm gonna hit one more save just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna be mad if I carry it. I'm gonna be mad if I carry it all.
Safe side. I get it.
Did you make sure to grab your master ball?
Yeah. Gotta catch V2, dude. And then use some.
And then you use your master ball on a Caterpie on accident.
Dude, I used to have Pokemon Blue, and I traded it for Tetris because I had Pokemon Yellow. But like in Pokemon Blue and Blue, you can find this thing called Missing No.
Yeah.
And like you can't find it in Yellow, they fixed it. And I was like, dude, I used to trade my Pokemon to my other version of the game and then boost the hell out of them. And then
Yeah. Oh,
trade
you do the
them
rare candy glitch.
Yeah.
I do that shit all
back. I
the
do the
time.
Master Ball, the rare candy, and like.
Yeah, I used to do the rare candy glitch, and I think it was either silver and gold or ruby and sapphire, where like you would go to deposit the rare candy in your box, and then you would like shut the game off and restart. Like you would save, shut the game off in the middle of the save, restart it, and when it came back on, you would have a rare candy in the box and in your inventory.
You can do the same thing with trading Pokemon with people through trade link cable.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever play the Pokemon trading card game?
Yes. 100%.
Where it's
Oh,
like,
the game where you're playing Pokemon cards in a video game?
Yeah.
That's like they had Yu-Gi-Oh ones like that where you're playing the Yu-Gi-Oh card game in a video
They still do.
game.
I think they have that for.
So now
iOS.
explain to me.
Well, now that's what. Well, now that's basically like Hearthstone, right?
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
used to play Blockhead, the Pokemon trading card game.
That's the game.
It's basically just Pokemon.
Dude, I used to love Pokemon Stadium.
That show's cool.
And
Is that fighting?
You could import your Game Boy Pokemon into the game, and some people had some like whack stuff, so like they would just like wreck you and like.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Barry.
is that Whisker?
That's Barry.
That's Barry.
Alan?
Took it out of my brain.
There you go. Variant.
Yep.
And I'm the fattest man alive.
See, for example, I farted right now. Nobody was you. And it was-
Party's going downstairs.
I'm curious, when he said I farted right now, who was I?
Ah, Wesker.
Hey, you guys smell that barbecue?
Thank you, Barry.
my dad used to give me with that
What
one.
do you know?
Well, he got me once.
Oh, don't blame Barry for
Really
everything.
fucked me up for life.
I hear that his
Oh, wait,
better
Barry's a
half
bad guy?
and
That's
two
what
lovely
Doom
daughters
says.
will be in danger if he doesn't do
Barry's a bad guy
everything
too?
he tells him to.
Barry is being extorted by Wesker.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
Yeah, and
Well,
I
you
know what
shouldn't
that
worry
means,
too
but for
much,
the audience
dear.
members that don't, John, why don't you go ahead
You'll
and
be free
explain
of all this anyway.
Why
So-
eliminate stars?
He's basically being told
Believe
that
it
he
or
has
not,
to
that's
work for
Umbrella's
Wesker,
intention.
otherwise his family will be killed.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Mrs. Barry.
Smart girl, but I think you misunderstand me. The things
Who's
you
that guy
mention
pointing
are
at?
nothing.
It's kind of like between.
I'll burn all of
Yeah.
them along with this
You just
entire
don't want you
laboratory.
to point it at somebody.
Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
I'm just waiting for him to.
Barry.
Yeah. Verp.
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of him.
You and Umbrella took his family. You
You
bastard.
bastard.
Oh,
Umbrella.
It's a really
Well, I
hard
used
with
some
the
carrots and
trigger.
sticks to cow him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used Barry for my personal interests.
Sex
Though
favors.
both you and Barry seemed to think I was following
See
Umbrella's
dude hanging out in the
orders.
back.
what?
He's
That's-
not.
What are
He's
you
just a bad guy?
planning?
Is that Mr.
I
T?
guess it's time for show and tell.
Pity's the fool who does drugs.
Tyrant in the movies was the dude from Game of Thrones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those guys have crazy
shitballs.
extended
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the battle.
This is it, huh? This is the big.
I'm not. Don't quote me. I'm not 100% positive.
No, it's already written down.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's magnificent.
For the sake of this thing.
You know, I hate goodbyes.
Barry.
Got him.
Barry.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Me?
No, you're not to blame. It's Umbrella and Wesker.
Even if it meant my family, I couldn't bear turning my back on my friends again.
It's the first concert you ever went to.
Shit.
I think it might have been Still Remain, Shadows Fall, Poison the Well, and one other band that I might not have heard of.
Wow. What's the best concert you ever went to?
Damn it!
Probably August Burns Red, Darkest Hour.
You're just
Jill and Barry
speaking my
together.
I got into
language,
that show
Randy.
for free by the
In
way.
hell.
What? I mean,
Yeah.
that Free's my favorite
There's
flavor,
a
dude.
story. There's a good story. It's like a good, like, not revenge story.
You want a
but
piece of me?
It was almost. I almost.
Oh,
didn't
look at
get
that
in on it.
crack.
It was. I had to work
That's
that night.
pretty creepy.
And my
Premature.
best friend was like, he wanted to go too, and I said, "Dude, can you buy my ticket since we both requested the same day
No,
off?"
Barry!
And I got it, and I did. And he's like, "Yeah, man, I got you."
Viral
So
cultured
he
freak.
buys the extra ticket, and he's like, "So, like, I gave your ticket away to this girl that he was trying to go with." And I was like, "Serious? He's like, pay me back right now.
Yeah.
Give me my money back." He's like, "I'll get it to you tomorrow." I'm like, "Give it to me right now." And he's like, "Well, I don't have it right now, man. I'm sorry. Like, I already bought the ticket. I'll give it to you tomorrow." Like, and I got off early anyway, and I was like, "Well,
Uh-oh.
I'll see if I can buy tickets at
Rope
the
dope.
door."
Oh, he comes with a double swing. Be prepared for that.
Because I thought that was a thing. I thought
Me
you
you
could-
talking to? You're the one playing. You can be prepared for that.
I thought you could buy tickets at the door.
Yeah,
So I drive
sure.
all the way out to like Orangeville, which is like Sacramento, and I show up and they're like, "No, man, this has been sold out. Like, it's Darkest Hour,
Sure.
on Earth, and like, it's sold out."
Oh, shit.
Wow, okay. So I'm like, "Well, I'm all the way out here. I don't know what I'm gonna do." And I go to like Jack in the Box to get some food, and then I come back and I see the band's loading up behind the boardwalk, the venue, and like, and I'm like, "Hey, like, you're John Henry, right, from Darkest Hour?" He's like, "Yeah, man. What's up?" So like, my friend gave my ticket away. I drove out here. Is there any way I can like help you guys load up or something, and like get into the show? He's like, "I can't do that, but I think I can do something else." Here, come on. Walks me in through the back door, goes up to the guy, the bouncer at the front. He's like, "Yeah, I'd like to add someone to the VIP list for Darkest Hour." And I was like, he's like, "What's on your name?" Like, puts me on the list. And I'm like, "Dude, thanks so much. Like, freaking Darkest Hour."
Yeah.
And then I come
And
back.
then you blew him.
that was after the show when he was all sweaty. No,
Is he already
VIP
dead?
stands for
Oh,
very
shit.
important. He is. He's coming back.
It's because you got him with the rocket
Anyway.
lawn chair.
Oh, yeah, so like,
So he dipped and you got in?
so he was like, "Hi, man." Yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
already dead.
And so I go around
what?
front, and my buddy,
He might come back. He might come back.
my buddy who sold my ticket is out there with his girl, and he's like, "Where you been, man? Like, the line's already, like, did you get a ticket?" I'm like, "No, man, they're sold out, remember? And you gave my ticket away." And he's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" I'm like, I don't know. I'll use a Jedi mind trick," like, jokingly. And he was like, "Pfft, okay, man, dude, I don't know what you're thinking like is gonna happen. They're not gonna let you in." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, dumbass." And so like, I'm in like one spot in front of him, and I get up to the bouncer, and he's watching like, what's gonna happen? And so while he's watching, I do like the Jedi hand wave while the guy's looking for my name. I'm like, I'm on the VIP guest list for Darkest Hour. He's like, "Name?" I'm like, "Randy Greer." And when he looks down, I'm like, "Randy Greer." And my friend who sold my tickets right behind me, like, and then he's like, "All right, man, have a good night." And he lost his shit, fell out. I was like, "Thanks, dick, for nothing."
Oh god.
That's awesome though. That's,
That's-
resourceful. I don't think I would have had the balls to like go up to the band and say something.
I was like, "Dude, I drove out like an hour and a half. Like,
Yeah.
I might as well ask."
That's dope.
Yeah, I got a drumstick from one of the bands too that night.
Ice cream or?
Yeah.
I mean,
Ice cream or chicken?
I'll take one of the three. I'm cool with all.
Yeah.
Part of the VIP package,
Yeah.
Randy.
Here's your ice cream cone. Sprinkles on top.
Dude, I would buy a VIP ticket for that.
Yeah, but it was sick. I lost some hearing.
Primogenitor virus. I think that has
Yeah,
stuff
that's
to
tight,
do with
dude.
later stuff. G-Virus?
The G-Virus?
Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop. We're just gonna buzz through it. 'Cause
I don't give a shit.
William Birkin. Try to remember that name just in case.
William Birkin.
He's
Wil-
like the
William
bad guy
Merkin.
in Resident Evil 2.
Birkin?
Birkin. He's like a bigger...
Stocks?
Bigger
Stocks
guy.
you?
Yeah. He's wearing Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks.
The Birkenstocks at midnight.
My first show
Oh, yeah, what was
was
yours?
Jimmy Eat World opened,
Ooh.
and then Blink played next.
They weren't headlining?
Yeah, I tell people that sometimes. Like, I'm so old when I saw Blink-182, they weren't headlining. And then Green Day headlined.
That's
Ooh,
tight.
I
So
would've
that
been-
was my
I would
my
have been
first
fucking
show.
stoked on that show.
Yeah, that's
With
a dope
Jeff?
lineup.
Barry.
Who's on the
Barry.
stream now, and Sarah, who is one of our patrons.
You're
yeah.
okay.
A couple of other of my friends. But yeah, that was our first show. It was fucking tight.
Careless of me.
My first show was The Devil Wears Prada
Sing.
with
First, let's just get out
Gwen
of here.
Stacy and Whitechapel, I think. It was
That's a heavy ass show.
a very heavy show. It was at what used to be the Calvary Temple. That's now the house.
In Modesto.
Yeah. At the underground.
At the underground, yeah. Hugendorn was there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've basically just come to the conclusion that we all existed there and went to all of the same shows, and never just never knew it.
I found out because I was on Adrian's Facebook and I was looking at.
Let's hurry.
I was trying to find a picture of her dog that just passed because I was gonna maybe like paint a picture or something like that. And I went down to her events, and she went to the same Taking Back Sunday show that we went to. The last one that we went to. Yeah, remember?
Oh no.
Wasn't it the two of you and Ashley?
Oh.
That's why I
yeah.
pointed at him and said, "Yeah, we went to a Taking Back Sunday show."
Where they did the Tell All Your Friends and then one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One night they did Louder Now, and the other night they did Where You Want to Be. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get those two albums.
Yeah. How's your album selling? She booed that they were playing Louder Now, but he was hella bad. That's dope. John, you're first?
Oh, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay.
More cricket, man.
I would say the best. I think the best one was probably either Brand New on Halloween with you guys,
Oh god, that's easily top 5 shows.
or I think probably the first time I saw Brand New when Kevin Devine opened and then Manchester played and then Brand New played and Brand New played for like 2 hours, and through all the sets everybody came out and played at least one song together. So Manchester and Brand New played with Kevin, and then Kevin and Brand New played with Manchester, and then Manchester and Kevin came and played with Brand New. Yeah, at
That
the
sounds
Warfield.
so fucking sick.
Yeah, that's the one. It was so good. I had a Snickers. I was so happy.
You were satisfied.
Yeah, I guess you could say. Yeah, that shit was tight, dude. And
Hurry!
Brady played almost every song that they had at the time because it was right when Devil and God came out.
That sounds like, yeah, like as soon as we were talking about best shows, I was like, there's no way he can't say that one because I've heard you talk about that one before, and I'm so pissed that I didn't get to be there.
That one was
That's-
fantastic. Halloween with you guys was fun.
That was so fun.
That's sick. Lightweight terrifying.
Yeah.
David S. Pumpkins.
I think like the first concert that I wanted to go to, I show that it was Warped Tour.
Yeah.
I went to Warped Tour once. It was fun. I got hella sun.
Been 4 or 5 times. I
Josh, the
think.
Berkeley one, was that the one with Modest Mouse?
Modest Mouse and Brand New.
Yeah, Josh had Berkeley. I know we went.
So it was at the Greek.
Anthony was with us, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Sarah was there too.
Yeah.
That was the first time I met her. I think that's the only time I've ever seen her in person.
Yeah. I mean, Brand New always puts on a fucking super dope show.
Used to.
Well.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Don't do that.
No, he found no up to it.
So my first show.
Oh, we don't care anymore, John.
Damn, dog. My first show
I care, John.
was because I went to shows when I was a lot younger. So my first show
Before it was
was a Static X show.
Oh!
Damn.
What is there?
cold. We're so cold.
With the fucking hair.
Yeah.
Static.
So,
Wow.
rest in peace, Wayne Static.
Did he die?
Yeah, he died a while ago.
No, he was just wishing him a good night.
Mine was Warcraft, I think 2002, 2001. Saw from first to last, Thrice. Dude, Thrice is so fucking
Yeah,
good.
dude.
And
Anywho, so Static X, and then what's your best
Really?
show?
Best show.
the To Be Everywhere is To Be Nowhere is fucking
I think the Halloween show is my best group experience. So like I said, I think that we had an excellent time all together.
Yeah, I mean, Halloween, being dressed up,
Yeah.
seeing one of our favorite bands, like,
the best show is
Tipsy.
the best show as far as
On
like
shitty wine.
as far as like
I
like
forgot
utilization of their stage and utilization of their resources was probably Charlie.
Damn it! We're almost there!
Yeah.
I would have considered
You just
that
get
much
in
higher
contact
tier
with
if I had
Brad.
been
Whatever it
anywhere
takes.
but the very
Okay.
fucking back, like just to where I was so. But great show. But for shows that I,
going to a hip hop show and going to a rock show or some fucking.
Oh yeah, it's a
It's
different.
so
crazy, dude.
Well, even just going to like an arena show.
Yeah.
Because there's seats. I'm like, what do you do with that?
I had a really good
I'm
time at
used to
the.
like being tired.
Guys, there's a timer on the screen. I'm not liking this. There's a timer on the screen.
I've been to some unconventional concerts. I've seen TSO twice.
What the fuck is that?
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, they're crazy. Like they're like on like cranes and stuff, like spinning around, playing guitar upside down and everything on fire. And then I saw a Star Wars Symphony concert. That was sick. Stormtroopers and everything. Couldn't finish it.
I think that the High and Low festival that we went to was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was fun.
Had a good time.
Hot as fuck, though.
Yeah.
Overall, pretty weird experience.
Yeah, my probably like most impressive show that I've been to, where like all the shit that was going on was impressive, was probably LCD Sound System.
You made
I
it.
went to see them at Fox, I think. And the Decemberists was also a really, really good show. I went with Ashley to that, and we listened to. That was the day that science fiction came out. Listened to that.
I love seeing Fame. That was probably some of the funnest shows I got to with Josh and Jeff, because it's just like so upbeat. Everyone's dancing. Most people are on fucking drugs. Super Who?
I did.
Oh.
It was on the way back from the Decemberists. Somebody had dropped like a couple pallets and they burst on the freeway, and I ran over them, and then
In your Honda? Like the little one?
yeah, and it had the plastic splash guard underneath, and it like tore it all up. So by the time I got home, it was like dragging across the ground in Turlock, and that's when I like tried to. I think I might have gotten you or Matt, somebody out to help me try to duct tape it back up into my car. And then I had to take my car to Sears at the mall, and they just ripped it off. Just ripped the whole splash guard right off.
Very muscular.
I just didn't have the reaction time.
Jill, use it!
Jill, use
Kill
it.
Whatever
Yo,
it
where's
is.
that?
The sky.
We saw Jimmy Eat World. They did Fleet America.
For like the 10-year anniversary, yeah.
They're co-headlining right now with Taking My Thunder.
What?
Jeff sent me the link. He's like, I think he's going.
How do you co-headline? Because like,
Well, it's one of their songs.
I'm gonna need you to hold that,
Is that still
Mr.
happening?
Man.
Which one?
Yeah, the front ones.
Oh,
You just blew it up.
Oh.
You did it.
I love Sunrise.
Is it over? Did they do it?
They're like, they sound exact. You know, I thought people usually sound always a little different,
I feel like people usually sound a lot different.
and but they sound fucking like identical to the record.
Yeah, Darkest Hour was like that too.
That's so cool.
And like they should bring.
Oh shit.
Look at all those
Yeah.
Legos.
Damn.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah.
Is that the end?
I think
They
so.
always wait.
Wow.
Oh wow.
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 Very There's 2 Lokis? Oh, wow. You know what mom is upside down? Wow.
You know what WoW is upside down? Mom.
Mom. Wow. I'm big here now. You beat the game.
Yeah, I probably got like the mid-tier ending.
Golf clap.
Space Camp.
Were we still in space camp when we started? No, because we had. No, yeah. Wait, I don't know.
No.
No. I think we were. I'm pretty sure it was in July when we started doing this.
I don't think. Oh, no, because
Yeah, it was July. It was late July.
I thought it was. I thought we did Resident
7:23
Evil
was our
with-
first stream
Yeah. Because you guys started at 7:23.
on 7:20. See, she remembers. That's a true fan right there. AKA person who's been forced to be here at every stream.
I remember when my life really ended.
And they said it was going to be fine, but it wasn't fine.
I love that clip so much. Every time it comes up on something, I laugh so hard.
Paul Emus.
Well, guys, that was a chore. But I will say I enjoyed that last, like, everything that we did today, I thought was genuinely pretty spooky and pretty freaky. And
Yeah, pal.
great job, man. Thanks for carrying us through that.
Good job, John.
No deaths today, too. I'll take that. We take those. We take those. Ugh.
What's playing right now? Because I don't feel like.
So some of this is going to be cutscenes from our run, but some of this will also be cutscenes from the Chris Redfield run.
Oh.
Because there's 2 storylines for this. We're not doing that.
There's notice how you covered scenes. Yeah, God.
Yeah, in the after credit scene, they asked Jill to be a member of the Avengers Initiative.
Here comes Samuel L. Jackson.
Get these motherfucking mutations out of this motherfucking mansion.
I guess Sam Jackson said recently on an episode of Howard Stern, or on an interview, he was asked, because Howard Stern, of course, will you ever show your dick on screen? He was like, you never have. Will you ever show it? And Jackson said, no, because I'm a man who walks into a room and I'm like, listen up here, motherfuckers, and I command the entire room. And he's like, if I'm being honest, my dick is pretty average. And so he was like, so if I show it, I'm going to lose that respect from all these other guys. He was like, that levels the playing field immediately. So keep it secret. And yeah, and I keep my power. And I'm like, that good for him to just admit, like, hey, I have a pretty normal average dick. And
And I get by
Well,
on a lot.
and I'm
most
fine.
people have a pretty average normal dick. That's why it's average.
Yeah.
That's why there's an average.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, not me though. I'm very under average.
Like the beans.
Yeah.
It's one of those inverted ones.
Mhm.
Comes out the back like a little tail.
Yeah. So when people like, you're like, you have outie or innie, and I was like, oh, I definitely have an innie, but I didn't know they my belly button. What did you get a key for?
So if I go back through and do another
run.
You can't. The mission or the mansion got exploded.
Exploding. Don't reveal this.
Explode.
and it's gone.
What'd you do?
Bye. It erases so that way you can do New Game Plus if you want to, which we're not doing. Absolutely not.
Well, keep it sleazy, Josh. See ya.
All right. Have a good night, Josh.
Bye, Josh.
Yeah. See, once again, that's because we beat it once already.
Well,
Let's go full face cam.
Yeah, I want to do some impressions for you, and you gotta tell me who it is.
oh, okay, great.
Okay, ready? Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Jason Myers.
And Greg.
Pin.
Frederick Cruiseworth.
Pin Razor.
That is correct. Ready? Okay. I want to know who I'm looking at.
Is that
Ghostface.
Ghostface. Okay, ready? Here's the
By
next one.
Roger L. Jackson.
Here's the next one. Ready?
Michael Myers.
Yeah. Good. Yep. I mean, yes. Perfect. All right. That's all I got.
Yeah, I can
Uncanny.
The xenomorph?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Predator.
What else can we do? I want to play a game.
John saw.
John saw.
Yep.
So Malignant is out in some countries already.
Oh shit.
And is getting pretty good reviews from fans, like people who like James Wan,
I like that.
saying that it's real good, which is the opinion that I want to hear.
Yeah. James Wan, he did Insidious.
And Aquaman.
And Aquaman.
And Fast
Fast
7.
Seven. Or Furious 7.
Furious
Okay.
7.
The Conjuring.
Saw.
Dead Silence.
I never even said Saw.
Dead Silence.
Death Sentence.
Death Sentence? Which one was that?
One that was terrible, so nobody ever talked about.
With Kevin Bacon?
I don't know.
You were in a movie?
I'm Kevin Bacon.
I think it was the one with Kevin Bacon.
We're only 1 degree away from you.
Kevin Bacon. Well, now, are we starting 2 now? Let's start 2 right now.
Do you want to do that?
Resident Evil.
I mean, I know Anthony doesn't.
So let's do it.
Well, he's not here.
I got all the time in the world, dude. I'm not even tired. Amanda's driving a mile. I ain't even free.
Where are you going
To the beach, man.
to the beach, man?
She wants to go to the
My ass is going to the work, man.
That sucks for you, dude. She's like, get me out of here. So it's gonna be hella busy.
It is going to be hella busy.
Packed and shit.
I haven't been to the beach since the last time we all went.
You haven't been to the beach since last
Last
time you went
time-
to the beach?
I was going to say that. I refrained.
That tracks.
Yeah. It does. Let's do this. Let's tell me an opinion about a movie you have that's not like the popular opinion, besides The Fifth Element, because we all know you're wrong on that. But like another one similar to that, where you hate it or you love it, but everybody else hates it or loves it. You know what I'm saying? Piece it together.
Stop mansplaining. and
Listen,
let him
John.
think.
If you love it, but the general population hates it,
General population.
Reporting for duty.
let it die.
Nope.
With the season 3.
No, it's coming back, baby. It's coming back with a vengeance.
No. Anthony killed him off. He said he took something.
He was honorably discharged.
He was honorably discharged.
So he'll be like rogue agent.
Yeah, no, yeah. Now he's gonna come back as like an Ethan Hunt type. Yeah.
Dances with Wolves.
What are we talking about?
Strictly because it won over Goodfellas for the Oscar for 1990.
That's not an opinion.
It is an opinion.
What's the question?
That's a grudge.
Yeah.
It's not an opinion, man.
I got a grudge against 2020's The Grudge.
Okay.
I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
That's not unpopular.
I asked him if what's like in a movie that he has the unpopular opinion on, besides The Fifth Element, because he's crazy.
I have a lot of unpopular opinions about everything
Everything,
Clive about everything Clive Barker's made. I don't think that Nightbreed is a good movie. I don't think that the Hellraiser movies are particularly great. I don't even think Candyman is amazing.
So here's a shorter list. What do you like? We
Big
don't got
f-
all
he's like,
night.
Pass.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Do you have one?
An unpopular opinion? Does it have to be like genre specific?
Doesn't seem like it, because this guy did Dances with Wolves.
It's a horror movie. It's about the plight of the
Well, you didn't
Native American
specify.
people.
I did.
I don't care about Harry Potter.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
And that was the last time we saw
Read
Randy.
Just hit it with a quick one of these.
He's just gone.
So we're back.
So we're back. Randy is no longer with us
And we'll
in
never
the
be
moral
back.
plane.
What do you? Okay. Did you read the books?
No.
Okay.
One was read to me in the 6th grade.
By your teacher?
Yeah.
Who?
Mr. Graham.
Who the fuck is that?
6th grade teacher.
Mr. Insta.
I was about to say first name Insta.
No, like I don't dislike Harry Potter.
First
And
name
actually, I
Golden.
love-
Did you watch all 8 movies?
I've seen them all. And,
First
like,
name
I
Theodore.
love the
Teddy.
soundtrack up to the point where John Williams left, and it's still a cool soundtrack
Shocker.
after that. Yeah, you know, but like it's cool, but like I think I just didn't get into it. I was into other things. Like
Unpopular opinion, I don't think the Twilight movies are all that great.
Is that unpopular opinion?
It depends on who you ask.
That's fair. They're not good movies.
They're fun. Ish.
I thought you liked Harry Potter.
No, he said Twilight.
I know. I'm just giving you bedtime.
Not every movie needs to be a masterpiece.
My unpopular opinion is that none of the Fantastic Beasts movies are any good.
They're meh.
First one was fine. Second one was very good.
Well, that's been the unpopular opinion corner. Thanks for joining. We'll catch you guys on the flippity flop episode game 2.
That's a mic.
Yeah, I know.
It's like up in front of it, so I'll see you guys later.
Audio and video. Audio and video.
We gotta end on a happier note. John, rip one.
I don't got one
All right,
chambered.
all three of us.
Who's got the lighter? Oh,
Gamble.
End with a joke.
I don't have a joke.
We're dropping viewers like flies.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Such a lovely place.
Hi?
Yep.
Hi.
Hi.
We just
Hello.
finished playing Resident Evil
God
1.
Boy. Grat 90?
Okay, well, I don't know any jokes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know any.
Except my life.
I don't find that.
Do you know that nothing ends with G and starts with N?
Yeah.
It's better when it's written.
Oh, I get it. The word nothing.
The word
Yeah,
nothing.
mm-hmm.
I'm setting the bar low
So
if anyone wants to.
That was just more of a fact.
Well, this is probably the least entertaining thing in the world, so.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
You got nothing still?
No, I've still got nothing.
Alright.
I'm more of a
Sign it off then.
more of a
You-
story.
You should
kind
know
of
by
person.
now that you can't just put John on the spot like that.
No.
He freezes. Look at trivia. Come on.
Damn!
more
And that's
tri-
the joke.
I got more trivia wins than you do. 'Cause you got none. You've never been in trivia.
But you to make that fucking joke.
End it.
I'm coming back next season, and I'm gonna fucking win every single round of trivia just because she climbed up.
Not gonna happen, you fucking fraud.
Yeah.
And on that note, we've been Porcelain Peak. I've been Anthony.
I've been John.
I've been Other Anthony.
I'm Randy.
We collectively are the past, present, and future of Porcelain Peak. We will be back next Friday, probably.
We'll have to double check the schedule, but
Who's to
tentatively.
say?
Check Instagram.com.
Thanks for tuning in
Yeah.
and tuning out.
And if you've been here through this journey, we're sorry it took so fucking long. But
Resident Evil 1 is a hard game for someone who's picking up tank controls for the first time in like decades.
yeah, so we got one more game of that, and then we get into the fun stuff.
No, Resident Evil 2 has been remade.
Oh shit!
It's an over the shoulder shooter. Yeah, it's gonna be a shit ton of fun.
Shit ton.
Yeah, well, I'm stoked for that. Cool. All right.
Wow.
Bye.
Say, have a good evening, y'all. Keep it creepy.
Fuck off.